whistle, but Pat Nagle so spectacular last night, he's going to go again. And, Robbie, you got to go with the hot hand in this situation.
Oh, there's no doubt. You give the experience in the nets right now, gives everybody a little confidence. Mike Embach and, of course, Bobby Shee, both out of the lineup. They were out last night with injuries, but everybody healthy and ready to go for the second game of the season right here at the Coliseum.
Sweetwater Ice, this opening hockey night in Fort Wayne.
And here we go. We are underway here on Sweetwater Ice at the Coliseum. And the puck is quickly controlled into the Quad City zone. Mott is going to swipe it aside, come up along the left side. And here come the Mallards on the attack. They bring it down the right wing into the Komets zone. It's played ahead in front for Parks. It's blocked away, and it comes down along the far side again. Now back down low into the corner. In front, it's knocked away. Now a quick shot that's going to go well wide. And up along the left side, the Mallards have it. That's Michael Parks again. He's pinned up against the glass. And now coming in there is Dan Mylan to try to help out, but we've got a pile-up in the corner. And finally, the puck comes loose all the way out of the zone. Manfredo will have to go back for Quad City. Manfredo with a goal last night, backs up, sends it over cross rink, over to Jace Coyle, the former Comet, plays it up along the near wall. And now it's going to come back down to Brashert and into the Comet zone. Here's Nagle swiping it aside, comes down along the far side in the Comet zone. Just 1 minute past here at the Coliseum. No score between the Mallards and Komets up top of the blue line. Mallards put one in on Nagle.
Good
shot.
Save.
And it's a save made by Nagle. First one of the night. Here's a long pass going to come all the way down. That's going to be icing. Trying to go to Cazzola there. A little bit too tall for him. And will come on down and have a face-off in the Comet zone.
Well, a shot on goal by the Quad City Mallards. The only shot right now. Little tight defense with the Komets, making sure that they cover up. Nagle's made a nice little save, kicks to the side, and the defense trying to clearing pass up the ice. Would have went icing, face-off back in the Comet zone.
Face-off will be to the left of Pat Nagle. And the puck is dropped. Komets win it. Comes all the way down up to the blue line where Manfredo gives it a poke. Comes all the way around back behind the net. Onto the opposite side. Now sneaks back below the line. Here's Cazzola giving chase. Here's a one-timer that goes wide. And it's going to be swiped aside by Binkley up along the left side. Binkley clears it all the way out off the stick of Schaafsma. It's going to come down into the Quad City zone. Manfredo touches it up. Cross-side pass. Now it comes right back to Manfredo. All the way over onto the left side. Cazzola in the middle of things.
Here's a shot
with a big hit. Coming down in on Nagle, however. Wraparound attempt. Nagle is there. And it's picked up by Sean Sadlowski. Now, Cody Soul took his man hard off the play, almost put him right into the Comet bench, but that resulted in a scoring chance for the Mallards. But Pat Nagle picking up right where he left off last night with a big save. Coming down low along the near side in the Comet zone. Comet's unable to clear it. Comes up to the blue line. Over to LaPointe with a backhander. Now it goes back behind the net, and it is picked up by Mason Baptista. Tries to muscle his way through traffic here along the near side. Baptista gives it a kick. He's rubbed off the play by Laporte. And back behind the net, the Komets finally have it. No score in this one. The puck comes up along the far board, still held in. Now it comes in front of the Comet net, and it's Cody Soul with a big pass down to Sadlowski. Right side, got a man, he shoots, and he missed it well wide. And Sadlowski nowhere to go for that, but take a shot. It was deflected and over the glass.
Yeah, he tried for the first shot on goal. Nice clearing pass by the Comet defense. Sadlowski picked it up just inside the red line. Took the shot, but it got deflected high in the glass.
C.J. Mott, another Ferris State product, so we've got a pair of Ferris State graduates between the pipes tonight. As Mott got some action last night, only seen 5 shots in the third period, giving up 1 goal.
12 players back from last year's team in the lineup tonight for the Komets, so a lot of experience out there.
Puck comes up to the blue line, and here's the shot. Mott makes the save, comes down into the corner. And Kyle Thomas couldn't control it up along the far board. It's Michael Parks with it. Parks with a backhander, goes behind the Quad City net, picked up by Kyle Thomas. Thomas goes upstairs. Here's Vail with the wrist. Scored!
71 Vail.
Brady Vail with the quick wrister over the left shoulder of C.J. Mott. And the Komets gain the early lead. And Brady Vail, folks, has come as advertised. He is such a smooth player, and that was just a wicked wrist shot. Mott never had a chance.
Yeah, give Kyle Thomas a lot of credit on the goal. He was the one that dumped it in the corner, went after it, dug it out. He sterned around quickly, threw it to the high slot, hit Vail right on the stick, and a nice high wrist shot up over the glove hand, and the Komets jump out 1-0 at 2:57.
17 minutes to go in the first period, and the Komets At the blue line, it was Cazzola, a little tardy getting back, and that's going to cause a whistle and a face-off coming up outside the Quad City blue line.
Yeah, Garrett Thompson, I believe, got an assist on it from Kyle Thomas, and Vail gets the goal. His first of the season, his first as a Comet. Comets ahead 1-0.
And here's the puck drop. Comets try and push it in the Quad City zone. It gets pushed back. Here's Beaupre on his first shift of the game. Up along the far side. Comes down low. Back behind the net where it is picked up by Cazzola, number 28. He's got it up along the left side. He sends it out to the neutral zone. Now back in the Comet zone it is played. Beaupre has it. Has a man open just for a moment. Baptista, but it was picked back the other way by Cazzola up along the far side. Here's the shot. That's deflected, and it comes up along the far side. Now a pile up, and the puck squirts loose up along the far side. The Comets have it on the left wing. They send it in. C.J. Mott will stop it.
Line change coming up.
Tate chasing the goaltender out of there, and it comes up to the blue line where it's picked off by Vail. Vail got a piece of it but couldn't control it. Cazzola has to retreat back for Quad City. He plays it ahead, and up along the far side, it's Laporte. Goes back the other way, and a great job of the Comets keeping the puck down in the Quad City zone there, and they're going to send it all the way down. No icing on the play as the puck is gobbled up by Curtis Leonard. Up along the far side, comes out to the center line. Give and go to Kyle Thomas. He swipes in.
Cut right in.
Shoots, and Mott makes the save. The speedy Kyle Thomas stealing the puck and coming free, and had a great scoring chance.
Yeah, lots of speed on that line. Vail, Thomas, and Thompson, they got the first goal, but a good scoring chance right there by just using speed to bust around the defense. Bad angle, but he got the shot on the net.
Shots of the game are tied at 2, but Comets with a 1-0 lead. We're 5 minutes past here in the first period here in the 65th anniversary home opener from the Coliseum. Here's Vail in the face-off circle. Mallards win it. It's Brasher, sends it back behind the net. Comes up along the left side. Nevins is trying to poke at it to get it clear, but he's going to send it in front of his own net up along the far side. The Mallards have it. Big hit by Vail. And it comes loose. Now the Comets will have a chance here. Here's Kyle Thomas picking it up. Coming in on Mott. Centers it. It was broken up. And it comes down into the corner for Nevins. Up along the far side, the Mallards have it. Played ahead by Donnie Harris into the Comet zone. Comets go back for it. It's Dan Milan with it. Milan goes off the end boards up along the far side to David Friedman. Friedman passes it to Leonard. Leonard has to retreat back. Oh, he gave up the puck to Nevins in front. Nagle shot. And the Leonard would like to have that one back. Nagle makes the save, but he gave the puck up right in front of his own net.
A little bit of a flip pass and was intercepted very quickly. The backhand pass, Nagle's right on it. Was able to block the shot, make the save as the defense covered up for him, but Nagle, big save right there.
14 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the first period. 1-0 Fort Wayne on Brady Vail's goal. And the face-off will be in the Comet zone as both teams get a line change. And it is going to be, it'll be Cazzola to take the face-off for the Comets. Puck is dropped, comes down to the corner to Stoll, goes up top to the blue line, skips over the stick of the defender, and racing down the far side of Schaafsma. Centers it up, had Cazzola, but the defender, Monfredo, was right there to intercept the play. Now two Mallards come together along the far boards, but they maintain possession of the puck. Comes up along the left side for Jace Coyle. Coming down the ice, it's Devin. Feathers pass in front. Here's a backhander on the net. Save made by Nagle. Up along the far side. Up top to the point. Jace Coyle keeps it in. Now he drops it down low into the corner. Now Cody Stoll swings it around. And now back behind the net. Centering pass comes up top of the blue line. Coyle with a shot. It is knocked down. Coyle picks it back up. Now it's poked aside. Comes up along the far side. And stepping up with another shot. Nagle with the save. And it comes out over the blue line.
Two shots.
And Coyle retreats back to his own end. This one is going to go off the glass. Going to come down to Nagle. Doesn't stop it. Comes up along the far side. And Baptista feeds it into Thompson. Thompson, top of the circle. He rips the shot. Mott got a piece of it. Up top to Janice. Got the puck taken away right off of his stick. Cazzola has to pick it up back in his own zone. Up along the far side. Here's a cross-ice pass. Cazzola picks it up. And the Mallards are able to get it free. But Thompson is right there at the blue line. Thompson gets stood up, lost the puck. It rolls to Mott. And Mott gives it up to Cazzola. up along the far side. 1-0 Komets as Janice cross-ice pass, going to send it all the way into the Komet zone. Going back for it is Schaafsma. He pins his man up against the glass, sends it over to Beaupre. Now Beaupre gets a little bit of space, turns the corner, and brings it back up the ice. Now Beaupre is going to wheel on back. He is going to go back behind the net. And the Komets will get a partial line change here as Beaupre gives it a look, comes up along the far side. Here's Crunk with it. Crunk trying to get out of his own end. Poke checked away, and it squirts free into the Mallard zone. Kyle Palmer with it here on the near side. Here's Nevins. Sends it over along the far end. And out to the neutral zone it is played. Puck bumps aside, and it's picked up by Baptista. Baptista along the far side, sent into the Quad City zone. Mott will have to come out, and he will send it around along the far side. Picked up top of the circle. Here's a shot, and Mott will make the save. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
The puck has dropped on another Komet season. And what better way to get ready to watch the K's than with a pregame party? Aunt Millie's Buns and Rolls and your party spread will put the biscuit in the basket for your guests. To face off with some great sandwich ideas for your party, visit AuntMillie's.com. Whatever you put inside the sandwich, it's always a winner when you include Aunt Millie's Buns and Rolls. And speaking of winners, go Komets!
Komets last night taking a shot. It is blocked, and it comes out to the center line. Komets have got it. It's Cody's goal.
Good movement.
Over to Binkley. Finds the open man in the neutral zone. It's Cazzola. Sends it into the Quad City zone. Comes into the corner. Now Jamie Schaafsma along the near side. Schaafsma goes back behind the net. Cazzola has it. Tries to center. Crease out in front. Nobody there to knock it in. And here's a cross-ice pass by Soul. Nobody there. Comes all the way out. And it is Sidlowski with it. Sid with the backhander. Goes off the side of the cage. Cody Soul could control it up along the far side. Cross-ice pass. Oh, the Komets almost put it in their own net. And it comes out to Nagle. Poke checks aside. Comes up along the far side. Here's Chase Coyle spinning around. Puck rolls down in front. And the save made.
And pass.
And the Komets getting a little sloppy in their own end.
A hand pass in front of the net there. They got the puck to the Quad City man, who actually got a shot on the net. But the hand pass will force the face-off outside the zone. Quick whistle by the referee, and we get a bit of a break on that play.
10:51 to go here in the first period. Shots are 5-4 in favor of Quad City, but the Komets have got the lead at 1-0. Face-off just outside the Komet blue line. And the puck is dropped, and it's going to roll to Beaupre. Cross-ice pass. Komets kick it into the Quad City zone up along the far side. Here's Tate with a backhander. Friedman goes in hard into the corner. Now Friedman rubbed off the play. Comes back down low. And it's spun around by number 28, Panzarella. Now far side again. And deep into the Quad City zone up top of the blue line. Here's a shot off the blocker of Mott. It's tied up in the netting. And now it comes loose to Tate. Tate gets tangled up with Friedman. They both go down. Tate regains his lead. Comes up. Here's a shot by Beaupre. And we got to go. Here we go. Taylor Crunk is going to drop the gloves. Looks like him and Goodbranson throwing some haymakers down there in the corner. Both guys dropped the gloves.
Yeah, I think it was it Crunk or Crunk?
Yes, it was Crunk.
Yeah, they both got a couple of good shots in at each other, and they both went down. So it all happened down the far corner here after a scramble at front, and both of them go right to the penalty box. So they both have done that before.
Crunk dropped the gloves last night in a game that was pretty physical. So far tonight has been, again, more of a track meet, what we saw in the first period last night. But things now starting to get a little bit physical as we get our first scrape of the night and a face-off coming up in the Quad City zone.
They'll both get 5 for fighting. Pretty clean scrap right there. They both look, there's a little whack in front by Crunk. They both look at each other, drop the gloves, and away they went at it. And a couple of pretty good shots by both of them. They'll get 5 each for fighting.
Face off in the Quad City end, and here's the puck drop. Comes up top of the blue line. Here's Leonard. Leonard goes down low to Brady Vail. Vail to Kyle Thomas. Thomas takes a hit from behind, comes up top. Here's a shot. Mott makes the save, and he squeezes the pads, and he'll get a whistle.
Yeah, nice shot by Leonard from the point, who took the pass off the boards. Quick wrist shot down low through the scramble. Goaltender Mott made the save.
10 minutes have gone by here in the first period in front of a big house here at the Memorial Coliseum.
Komets just a little quick on the skates, going pretty good at him right now, and they're carrying the play.
Comes up top. Here is a shot that is blocked. Komets still have it. Here's Thompson, and he whistles one wide. Up along the far side, it's Vail. Vail in the corner, taken off the play. And the Mallards have the puck up along the near side. They get it out of the zone, and it's played down by Dan Milan at his own blue line. Up along the far side, here's Garrett Thompson, who had a goal last night, got his pocket pick. And it goes back behind the net. It's Michael Parks with it. Tries to go up top to the blue line and does. Here's a shot by Fulmer, blocked by the Komet defender. And up along the far side, Komet's playing in. Here's Brady Vail sneaking behind the D, spins around up along the far side, tries to get it up to Garrett Thompson. It's broken up and sent back the other way, and here's a chance. Oh, and we're going to have offside. That was Justin Kovacs, who a couple times last night had breakaways. He scored once last night, but that is going to be offside. Whistle blows, and we got a timeout on the ice, so we'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Aaron's has some really great news. Aaron's is offering 120 days same as cash. That's right, and here's how it works. Sign a new lease agreement, and you have a full 4 months. 120 days to pay Aaron's everyday low price. They even offer a 20% instant rebate if you purchase outright. 120 days same as cash. Not bad, huh? Just stop by or call to learn more. And remember, you don't need credit. All you need is Aaron's. And nobody beats Aaron's. Nobody.
Ready for a new apartment? You don't have to look far. St. Joe Place has everything you could ever want in an apartment complex. Internet, cable, washer and dryer. It's all included in your monthly rent. There's also a basketball court, an outdoor grilling area, pool and hot tub, and the list goes on and on. St. Joe Place is leasing 2- and 4-bedroom apartments and now offering 3 bedrooms. Living at St. Joe Place Apartments, you'll quickly realize how great the staff and apartments really are. Call 444-3000 or visit stjoeplace.com. You're listening to Komet Hockey.
We've got 9 minutes, 17 seconds to go here in the opening period from the Coliseum. Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons here tonight. 1-0 is the score. Komets with the lead. Brady Vail with the only goal so far tonight. Puck will be placed outside of the Komet blue line after the offsides call. And the puck goes to Cody Soul up along the far side. Plays it in front of the Komet bench. There's Jamie Schaafsma out to Cazzola. And Cazzola got it poked away. Puck rolling around. Comes out to the center line where it's turned back the other direction. Komets get it right back. Here's Schaafsma coming over the line. They're onside. Schaafsma looking for somebody. Trying to feed it through. Schaafsma got it in front. And that one was blocked. Manfredo got a piece of it. And up along the far side. Manfredo back behind the net. Has Coyle to his left. Now he gets a little bit of space out there. The Komets peel off of him a little bit with 8:43 to go in the period. And Manfredo taking his time
the whistle
as boos start raining down. And now he will play the puck up along the near wall. And it comes into the Komet zone. Patan with it. Manfredo back with it. Cross-ice pass comes off the boards into the neutral zone, and it's played down into Komet territory. Cody Soul into the corner up along the far side. Here's Baptista. Cross-ice pass to Binkley, plays it ahead, and it comes down into the Quad City zone. Sadlowski stick handling there, couldn't get free. And up along the near side, out to the blue line. And here's Janice with it. Stick handles around Beaupre. Comes down deep into the corner. He's ridden hard off the play. Big pile up here in the near corner. Beaupre jabbing at the puck. And now it comes free. Friedman has it penalty called. It's going to be on the Komets.
Yep. Cross-checking in the corner.
So as soon as Friedman got that puck free, the referee blew the whistle. Referee tonight is Andy Howard, and that's the first time he's raised his arm for a penalty, and it's going to be Beaupre.
Yeah, they've had 2 Komets in the corner there against the one man trying to get the puck up, and Beaupre got a little over-anxious and gave him a little shot before he left the corner. He actually got the puck, but to get it, he had to cross-check him. Referee caught him. Man short, first penalty of the game. Komets in the penalty box.
Quad City 1 for 5 last night on the power play. Komets were 1 for 2. And the Komets gave Quad City plenty of opportunities there in that third period, which included killing off a 5-minute major. So the Komets skate shorthanded for the first time tonight. Beaupre is out, 2 minutes cross-checking. Play begins in the Komet zone up at the blue line. Going down into the corner. Now they swing it around. Here's Brashert with it. Brashert lost the puck. Comes out to Kyle Thomas. Thomas has a man. It's Vail on the right side. Here's Kyle Thomas. Coming in on Mott. He shoots, and Mott makes a spectacular save. Kyle Thomas.
Chance.
What an opportunity. He's had a couple here tonight. Thomas will find the back of the net eventually. But a great penalty kill so far for the Komets. Puck rolls into the Komet zone. And up along the near side. It is Vail. Gets it to Leonard. Back behind the net. 1:20 to go in the penalty kill.
Get it out.
Thomas goes off the boards. Just sneaks over the blue line. And the Mallards have to get back on side. Puck rolls down to Mott as both teams will get a line change. Jace Coyle back behind his own net. He will bring it forward. Gains his own line, brings it in as he gives it to Parks. Now back is Dan Milan in the corner. Now up along the near wing. Now back in the corner it goes. Comes up top of the blue line. Here's Coyle. Takes a shot. It is blocked. Goes to Brashert. Back on the opposite side. Now to Parks on the point. Parks goes to Brashert here on the left side. Cross-ice pass. Got Coyle top of the circle. Here's a shot. Tipped in front. Nagle makes the save. And hanging on.
Good shot from the point. Quad City right on the net. They had men in front, but again, Nagle grabbed onto that puck. No rebound. Defense covered up for him.
And Jace Coyle played here a few years ago, and if Komet fans remember him, he had a great shot from the point, and you just saw it there. He wound up just the top of the circle, and he got it on net. 39 seconds to go on the penalty to Beaupre. 6:29 to go in the period, and it is 1-0 Fort Wayne here on opening night. Face off to the left of Pat Nagle. And it's Schaafsma in the circle. Comes down into the corner. Stoll is ridden into the boards by Jack Nevins. And up along the far side. Here's Fulmer at the blue line. Fulmer comes off the boards. And Fulmer has it again. Fulmer sends it over cross ice. Nobody there. Here's Jamie Schaafsma picking it up. He's got a man. 2-on-1. Schaafsma coming in.
Shot.
He drops it back. Here's Stoll. Puts it on, and it's blocked. And now here's an opportunity coming in for Nevins. He sneaks in. He scores.
Yeah, they caught the Komets on that there break up the ice. Stoll couldn't get back. They caught him 2-on-1. Nice little pass. Walked right in on Nagle and let the shot go. And they make the score. Power play goal it's credited to.
And it's Warning with the goal, and we are tied. It's a power play goal. 1-1. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find frank advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OMNIBUY, 855-666-4289.
This is Komet Hockey.
Now the Komets coming down here after giving up a goal with an opportunity. Tate couldn't get a shot off. And it's going to be played into the Komet zone. Here's Baptista. 1-1 is the score. Tate plays it around up along the near side. Taken away. Here's Nevins with the shot. That one's going to be snatched out of the air by Pat Nagle.
Yeah, he fooled him a little bit on that shot. The forward cut across in front. Went to take the shot. It got redirected at a deflection and almost went over top as Nags made his first initial move. Finally reached back and got the puck.
The Komets give away a breakaway goal.
Yeah.
They're on the power play. The Komets did that about 3 times last night. That time it stings them as Pat Nagle couldn't make the glove save. We're tied at 1.
Warning.
And the puck goes back behind the net. Komets have it in their own zone. Down in the corner. Weber sweeps it around. Has David Friedman. And Friedman up along the far side out to Tate. Tate being worked by Manfredo. Poke checked away. Komets keep it in, however. Up along the far side. Picking it up is Weber. Weber winding up. Mont makes the
rebound.
Save. Rebound. Tate can't flatten it out. Friedman with the shot. That one is blocked by Coyle. Comes up top to the blue line and out of the zone. Beaupre going to go backwards. Going to send it on to Tate's stick. And he will retreat back into his own zone with 5 minutes to play. Friedman off the glove of Baptista. Baptista gets through some traffic. Now the puck goes right up in the air after being deflected up along the near side in the Mallard zone. Baptista looking around, trying to get some space. Had Friedman in front, rolled it off his stick. Here's a shot on Mott from the far side. Easy save, and he throws it into the corner. Tate with a backhander. Baptista puts it on net, but it was broken up by Manfredo before it got to the goaltender. Up along the far side, flipping it in, and it goes back behind the net. Here's Milan. Got it taken away. Here's a shot, wraparound
right in the net. Heads up.
Nagle has got to put that pad. Got to stack the pads up right up against the post, and Pat Nagle not happy about these chances the Mallards are getting here in the latter half of this first period.
Yeah, Comet defense has got to take the man, let Nags take care of the puck, and both of them stand around a little too much on the play instead of pushing the man away from the net, giving the second chance a whack it at the puck as Nags makes the save.
We've got 4:26 to go here in the first period. We are tied at 1. Shots in the game are also tied at 8.
Wide open game. Everybody's had some pretty good scoring chances.
Face off in the Komet zone, and the puck is dropped. Here's Cody Soul with it. Cody Soul lost it back behind the net. Centering pass broken up, and they clear it all the way down to the Quad City blue line. Cazzola with it on the left side, plays it ahead. And now the Komets have it. It's Schaafsma comes off the glass, and Mott will come out of the pipes, and he will stop it. Up along the far side, now pile up in the corner, and it's taken out of there by Panzarella, but he's pinned up against the boards by Cazzola. He needs some help. It comes out to the far side, and the Mallards have it, and they break free with it. Here they come to on Vail. They cross over the blue line. Puck rolling down. Nagle can't make a stop. Comes down into the corner, up along the near side, and it's picked up by Siblowski. 2-on-2 back the other way. Siblowski tries to stick handle into the zone. Got it taken away, and it's dumped back into the Komet zone. This one will hit the end boards.
And be icing.
And that's an icing. 3:35 to go in the first. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Union Labor has been building quality full-size pickup trucks for over 30 years in Northeast Indiana. The proud men and women of UAW Local 2209 put quality first when they build your Chevy or GMC pickup truck. Dealerships in Indiana and Ohio always feature GM trucks built in Allen County at the Fort Wayne Assembly Plant. Union Labor puts quality on the road every day, and that quality is customer-focused. A tradition you can feel when you buy a new 2017 Chevy or GMC pickup built by your friends and neighbors who are members of the United Auto Workers.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Komet's getting a quick opportunity here. Here's Baptiste up top of the blue line. Beaupre with a shot, missed it wide. Goaltender never saw it. Comes up along the far side in the Quad City zone, and it's cleared free. Beaupre picking it up along the far side. Komets change it up. Beaupre being harassed in his own zone, has to unload it to Will Weber. Weber comes up along the far wall, gets tangled up in the skates of the linesman, and it comes down into the corner, back behind the net. We got a penalty called. Holding is going to be the call, and the Komets will get their first power play as Vail was held up along the far side.
Number 7 going in, I believe.
Going to be Kyle Fulmer.
Fulmer going in, holding, I believe, as he got all over Vail, going down the boards, trying to break around him. He just grabbed on, and the penalty called. Komets power play there first.
2:44 left in the period, and the Komets will have the man advantage.
Face-off stays in Quad City zone. Zidlowski back down the point.
Here's Cazzola. He will stand in the face-off circle, and he will be opposed by Brady Bashert. And the puck is dropped. Comes down into the corner.
Here we are, right here.
In front, Cazzola puts it in. Cazzola with the goal. Mott made the initial save, but couldn't control it. It rolled right off of his left leg and into the net. Komets lead it 2-1 on a power play goal.
Got the face-off and went back in the corner. The Komets dug it out, and the defense separated. It left the man wide open at the side of the net. He got the puck as he let it go. It got deflected, but it had enough power on it that it just crossed the line. Power play goal, Komets. They take the lead 2-1.
And that's how you do it. Just 5 seconds.
17-22.
Just 5 seconds into that power play. Komets retake the lead at 2-1. 2:38 left to go in the period. And the face-off comes out to center ice. Cazzola's first of the season. And And up along the left side, puck comes free into the Komet zone. Here's Stoll with it. Goes off the boards, and it's handled by Cazzola and all the way down.
Cazzola got the goal.
On the left side, it's Binkley giving it a poke, and it comes free. Good Branson with a nice play coming back. And Schaafsma has it. Binkley with it in his own end. At the blue line, tries to play it ahead, but Warning steps in front of the puck, and he sends it down to Pat Nagle. He swipes it aside. Cody Stoll will send it free all the way down to the Quad City blue line, where it's controlled by Coyle. Under 2 to play here in the first, and it's 2-1 Komet. Up along the left side. And the pass is intercepted. Here is Baptista with an opportunity. Can he get it over to Sadlowski? Feathers it in front, and a save made. Comes down into the corner. And up along the left side, and here comes Alex Patan into the Komet zone. His shot ricochets around, comes down into the corner in front of the net, and now up along the near side. Here's Tate with it. Tate crosses over the blue line. They're on sides. Up along the far side, it's Tate. Poke checked away by Michael Parks. Comes up top of the blue line, and the Mallards have it. They bring it back into the Komet zone. And back behind the net, Weber takes his man hard into the corner, and now back behind the net. We got a mashup of players, and it comes free to the Komets. And it's Beaupre up top of the blue line, and now Taylor Crunk with it over to Vail. Vail's got to stop up along the near side with 1 minute to play. And the Komets, Garrett Thompson muscles free, comes into the zone, back over to Vail. Vail looking for an angle, going to go back behind the net, tries to center it, nobody up in front, comes up along the far side, and we got the nets off.
Yeah, net got bumped, and I think it's off at one side, and that got the whistle. But Komets had chances, moved the puck very well, and the net came off, killed everything.
Now the Komets were buzzing there, right? That was a nice timeout for Quad City.
Cazzola gets the power play goal for the Komets, his first, assisted by Schaafsma, the only assist on it. So Komets had 2-1 on a power play goal. Cazzola.
Just 44 seconds left to go in this first period. And the Komets will get a fresh set of legs out there. Shots are 9-8 in favor of the Komets at the moment, as Mason Baptista will center up this line. He's got Sadlowski to his right. Binkley out on the point, along with Cody Stoll. And the puck is dropped, tied up on the circle, comes up along the near side and out of the zone. Binkley will give chase, has a man on him. Has to go into the corner. Cody Stoll gives it a touch and comes up along the near wing for Baptista. He feathers one ahead, comes into the Quad City zone. Here's Schaafsma, takes the shot, save made, rebound, and goes in. No, goes right off the side. Oh, it looked like that one was headed in, but Mott just got a piece of it at the tail end of it. Up top of the blue line, Stoll thinking about the shot, winds up, comes out in front again, backhander out of the zone. Cody Stoll up along the far side, gets spun around. Here's Mott. Mott will stop it. And it comes down into the corner with just 6 seconds. And they're going to slam one into Pat Nagle's glove. He will glove it down as the horn sounds. 2-1 Komets, but C.J. Mott, who came in late in the game yesterday, has come up with some big saves, and really the Komets could have about 3 or 4 if it wasn't for C.J. Mott.
Yeah, good forechecking by the Komets at their particular time. 2 good shots on net, and Mott's made the big save.
And Pat Nagle has been steady as always, just giving up the 1 goal. Komets having some defensive breakdowns. They gave up the breakaway goal, the breakaway opportunity that wound up into a goal, and that's what they had last night. And that was one thing that Coach Gary Graham was concerned with last night, and they gave up another breakaway this evening.
Yeah, well, the goal was a bit of a good play by the Komets. They went on the offense, being down a man, and they had 2 men going into the net. And Schaafsma decided to throw it back to the point where he had the trailer where Sody Cole was coming in late. He took the pass, and it got checked. All of a sudden, they break out, turn it around, and they caught the Komets on a 2-on-1, and they made the good play and got the goal.
So that's where we sit at the end of the first 20 minutes of play here on opening night at the Coliseum. 2-1 is our score at the end of 1. We'll take a break. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
We all have our mountains, the challenges that push us further. At Coors Light, our mountain is brewing the world's most refreshing beer. That's why all of our breweries cold lager, to give Coors Light its signature crisp taste. It's why we cold filter to ensure brilliance and clarity. And it's why we package cold to seal in Coors Light's refreshing flavor. because we believe every client deserves a refreshing finish. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Great beer, great responsibility.
Here's some good policy from your local agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes with something extra, a real person. Don't buy from an insurance company with an 800 number and a voicemail menu. Auto Owners Insurance operates exclusively through local, independent agencies here to help you 24/7. Now that's good policy.
For all your insurance needs, visit Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Your love of gardening down to your children by letting them explore the garden with Midwest Gloves and Gear's full line of licensed kid products. Superman, Batman, Barbie, and Paw Patrol are just a few of the featured characters in Midwest Warner Brothers, Mattel, and Nickelodeon product lines. Gloves, hats, watering cans, buckets, tools, and so much more. When you need gloves and gear, think Midwest Gloves and Gear. Chillicothe, Missouri.
Life can be unpredictable. One minute everything's fine, and the next you have a kid with a fever and it's already past 5. That's when you need Parkview First Care. We have extended hours, including evenings and weekends, convenient locations, and Parkview Physicians Group providers to make your whole family feel better. When you can't wait to see your doctor, go to the walk-in clinic that's part of the PPG community of care. Parkview First Care. Get in, get better, get going.
If you're looking for a way to see the Komets for less, then you'll want to read all about it. Find coupons on Komet ads in print editions of the Journal-Gazette and News Sentinel for seats in the Fort Wayne newspaper's extra section for only $8. Save $5 per ticket with your extra section coupon. For more information, check the latest edition of the Journal-Gazette or News Sentinel, or visit Fort Wayne Newspapers downtown on Main Street. Pick up your coupon today for extra special savings on the Komets, courtesy of the Fort Wayne Newspapers Extra Section. Time for the Tim Hortons Coffee Break Intermission Report, presented by Tim Hortons, the official coffee and donuts of the Komets.
Back live at the Memorial Coliseum. Shane Albarani with you here this evening. The Komets are up 2-1. Komets looking to repeat the feat they did last night in Quad City. Right now our score is 2-1. Komets with the lead. Komets with a big win on the road in front of a big house at the iWireless Center, 6-2 last night. And right now the Komets in the driver's seat with a score of 2-1. Reviewing what has happened in this one so far, Fort Wayne got on the board first at 2:57 of the first period. Brady Vail is first as a Fort Wayne Komet after getting a point last night. He lights the lamp at 2:57. Garrett Thompson and Kyle Thomas picking up the assist on Vail's first goal of the season. Then Quad City got even on a power play. Sam Warning his first of the season. Kovacs and Patan the assist. And then the Komets at the end of the first period. Mike Cazzola, his first professional goal, first as a Komet at 17:22. Jamie Schaafsma the assist, and that one came on the power play. Penalties in the first period. First one, it was Alex Goodbranson and Taylor Crunk. They both dropped the gloves, and they both got 5-minute majors for fighting at 9:48. And then Beaupre, a cross-checking minor at 12:09. Kyle Fulmer, a hooking minor at 17:16. Both teams 1 for 1 on the power play. Quad City 7 minutes penalties on 2 infractions. Komet same thing, 7 minutes on 2 infractions. Both goaltenders playing very well in that first period. Pat Nagle saw 9 shots, makes 8 saves. DJ Mott, who came in relief last night in the third period, looking very sharp, giving up 2 goals on 11 shots. That second one, that score, what Mike Cazzola scored, was a little bit of a fluke. He actually made the save, but the shot had enough gas on it to just sneak under his pad and into the net. So Mott getting a little bit of bad luck. But good news for the Fort Wayne Komets as they have the lead at 2-1 as we are in our first intermission. We will take a break and we'll talk a little bit more about this one. We'll also run down the Meyer out-of-town scoreboard. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls night. Late night half-priced apps only at Applebee's. Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls night. Late night half-priced apps only at Applebee's.
I bank with Fifth Third because I like to be one step ahead. I RSVP before I receive the invitation. When psychics want to know their future, they consult me. And because I know things before they happen, I'm the undefeated world champion at rock, paper, scissors. That's why I get Fifth Third instant alerts from Fifth Third Bank. They monitor my account for suspicious activity, make it easier to track my money, and help protect me from fraud before it happens. I'm already up on the fashion trends for 2017. Hope you like acid wash jeans. Every February, groundhogs ask me when spring will arrive. And sometimes I carry an umbrella on perfectly sunny days because I know things meteorologists don't.
Stay one step ahead with award-winning Fifth Third Instant Alerts and protect yourself from fraud before it happens. Instant Alerts, one of the ways Fifth Third Bank works hard to earn your business. Open a checking account today. $50 minimum deposit to open a checking account, member FDIC.
Looking for an apartment? Enjoy carefree living at Steeplechase Apartments, one of Fort Wayne's newest luxury communities. Now renting 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments. Spacious apartments, including appliances and granite countertops. And no more visiting the laundromat. Full-size washer and dryer is included. Also, stay in shape with their 24-hour full-service fitness center with tanning bed. It's all waiting for you at Steeplechase Apartments, conveniently located in Northwest Fort Wayne, just seconds from I-69. Time for the Tim Hortons Coffee Break Intermission Report, presented by Tim Hortons, the official coffee and donuts of the Komets.
Back live at Memorial Coliseum. Shane Albarani with you here this evening here on opening night. The 65th edition of Fort Wayne Comet Hockey. We celebrated the Comet Old-Timers before the game, and it has been a spectacular night so far. But one person who couldn't be with us tonight, Bob Chase, who is missing his first ever opening night here at the Coliseum. Bob is resting comfortably. He is listening at home, and he sends out his best to all the Comet fans and all the well-wishers. And rest assured, Bob will be back at Memorial Coliseum hopefully soon, as he'll be gracing the airwaves at some point this season. Again, hopefully soon. Komets will be on the action, or in action next week. 2 games, as we will have 2 games for you. First one will be Friday night at 7 o'clock in Kalamazoo, and then the Wings come back to Fort Wayne to play on Saturday night. So another weekend of home games against Comet rivals. Now, the Quad City Mallards, this is the 4th time that the Komets have opened their season with Quad City. The previous 3 games, the Komets have gained victory, and right now they are up 2-1 here in this second matchup of the season. Of course, the Komets getting the big win on the road last night to open the season at 1-0. Folks, this season the Komets are proud to have Lutheran Health Network and Fort Wayne Orthopedics and Optimum Performance Sports as the official healthcare provider of the team. Go where the pros go. That's Lutheran Health Network. And fans, you want to download the new Comet mobile app. It's now available on Apple and Android devices. Get game day alerts, the latest news and stories, roster updates, player bios, and a lot more. Search Komets in the App Store or Google Play today. And our first Comet meet and greet is Tuesday, October 25th at the Tilt and Kilt at Jefferson Point. Get photos and autographs, food, friends, and a lot of fun, as ICD Eagle will be on hand along with Captain Jamie Schaafsma, forward Mike Embach, and goaltender Pat Nagle. As Mike Embach joined me last night on the broadcast, I want to thank Mike for doing all the color commentating, and he is hoping to get back in the lineup to make his season debut next week when the Komets travel up north to take on the Kalamazoo Wings. Bobby Shea is also on the shelf at the moment. He is also hoping to make his season start next Friday in Kalamazoo. The Sport One Parkview Ice House is proud to be the official practice facility of the Fort Wayne Komets. Located on Iceway across from Glenbrook Commons, the Ice House is Fort Wayne's home for hockey. Come celebrate your birthday at the Sport One Parkview Ice House. Packages are offered for skate and bounce parties. Bring the guest of honor, friends, and cake, and let their party team take care of the rest. Schedule your party today at 260-444-2788. We are in the first intermission. Komets are up 2-1. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Emergency Radio Service is the official radio provider for the Fort Wayne Komets. Communicating with your fleet of vehicles across the state of Indiana just got easier and safer. Turbo Connect from ERS is a wide area two-way radio system offering talk, text, and GPS fleet management throughout most of Indiana. Turbo Connect meets Department of Transportation regulations for hands-free communications and gives you the peace of mind that you can communicate with your fleet without distraction. Reach out to ERS at 260-747-0584. That's 260-747-0584 or online at www.trboconnect.com.
It's Ram Power Days at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Power Days. Right now is the best time to buy the truck you've always wanted because select remaining 2016 Ram 1500 trucks are an incredible $15,000 off MSRP. And select remaining 2500 and 3500 Ram trucks are over $13,000 off at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Power Days. Ram trucks are the longest lasting trucks on the road today, so they get the job done. Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram has the largest selection of new Ram trucks, all with amazing options. So now is the time to buy during Ram Power Days. But you won't just save on trucks because you can save big on a new Jeep during the Jeep Celebration. Jeeps are hot. They can tackle any terrain. They're perfect for driving around town and rough enough to get you through anything Mother Nature can dish out. Right now at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, drive a 2016 Jeep Cherokee for 20% off MSRP. Power Days. At Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram under the giant American flag and online at glenbrookdodge.com.
If you're driving down the road and your car dies at the light, you know you've got to make it here, cause we can make it right. Bumping, thumping down the road, transmission's about to blow. We're the ones to fix it right. We're the name to know. Russ Moore. Russ Moore Transmission. We're here to get you going.
If you suspect a transmission problem, come in and talk to the trusted leader in customer service for over 50 years, Russ Moore Transmission.
Russ Moore. Russ Moore. Russ Moore Transmission. We're here to get you going.
Call Russ Moore at 482-9414. We're on Coliseum Boulevard West and in Warsaw. Or visit us at russmore.com.
With 22 locations throughout the state, Ruoff Home Mortgage is proud of our hometown Komets team and proud of our roots. For more than 30 years, we've helped thousands of Hoosier families establish their roots with a mortgage loan. When you need a mortgage that is simple and straightforward from a name you can trust, be sure to stop by any of our offices or go to www.ruoff.com. Ruoff Home Mortgage is licensed by the Indiana DFI, license 10994. This is not an offer for extension of credit or commitment to lend. Equal housing lender. Time for the Tim Hortons Coffee Break Intermission Report. Presented by Tim Hortons, the official coffee and donuts of the Komets.
Back live at the Memorial Coliseum, Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons with you here tonight. Our score right now is 2-1 in favor of the Komets. Komets getting a pair of goals, one from Brady Vail, the other one from Mike Cazzola to give us that 2-1 edge heading into the second period. Checking the Meyer out-of-town scoreboard this evening, we've got one game that has actually gone final. Adirondack and Manchester, 5-3 is the final. Adirondack getting a second win on the season, beating Manchester in consecutive nights. 5-3 is the final. It's going into the third period. We've got Reading and Elmira. Reading is up 4-2 in the second period. Also in the second period, it is 3-2 Florida over Greenville. And then in West Virginia tonight, the Branson Beasts are visiting, and that game is tied at 1 with 5:46 to go in the second period. And in Atlanta this evening, 6-3, Toledo up big on the Gladiators after Gladiators getting their first win of the season over the Walleye last night, as the Walleye look like they're going to get revenge on the Gladiators this evening with 5:45 to go in the second period. Kalamazoo and Norfolk down in Norfolk tonight. It is 2-0 Wings. Cincinnati and Indianapolis just underway. Indianapolis up 1-0 early on in the second period. In the first period, we've got Missouri and Allen. The Allen Americans, the defending Kelly Cup champs, are up 1-0 on the Mavericks. 9:15 to go in the first. Also in the first period, with 8:55 to go, we have got a tie game between Tulsa and Wichita. Now, the Komets will get to play Tulsa and Wichita on the road this season, and that'll be part of a long road trip coming up the second week in January. And yet to get underway, we have got Idaho and Utah, and then we've got Rapid City and Colorado for the second night in a row. We've got a big rivalry there out in the Mountain Division. Don't forget the simple savings you get with Meijer M-Perks digital coupons and rewards. Sign up today at mperks.meijer.com. We'll take one last break, and we're coming back with you for the second period. Komets up 2-1. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Hi, Komet fans. This is head coach Gary Graham. Everyone at Texas Roadhouse would like to give a big yee-haw to the Komets and their fans for voting Texas Roadhouse as the best steak in Fort Wayne. And as a thank you, just come in and visit Texas Roadhouse on game nights and receive your complimentary blossom when you wear your favorite Komet jersey. Check out the Komet Corner at Texas Roadhouse, home of the fall-off-the-bone ribs and hearty steaks, made from scratch sides, fresh baked bread, ice-cold beer, and legendary margaritas. Be there on game days with your favorite K's jersey and receive your free blossom from the Texas Roadhouse. Go Komets.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital of Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets, and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
The destination is yours with Excursions Trailways Motor Coach Company. Excursions Trailways operates trips from Indiana and Ohio to destinations in the continental U.S. and Canada. Excursions is the proud official motor coach provider of the Komets, Tin Caps, IPFW, and St. Francis. They provide excellent customer service and clean, well-maintained coaches with courteous professional drivers. Choose your destination and give Excursions a call at 260-485-6167 or visit them on the web at excursionstrailways.com. Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Back live at the Coliseum. Shane Alberani and Robbie Irons with you here tonight. We are headed for our second period of play here at the Coliseum as we celebrate 65 years of Komet hockey tonight. And the Komets are up 2-1. Komets getting goals from Brady Vail and Mike Cazzola. Sam Warning, the only goal for Quad City tonight. Garrett Thompson, Kyle Thomas, and Jamie Schaafsma also with points this evening. And Robbie, this game is going kind of like it was last night. Both teams, a lot of great puck movement and a nice little mix of physicality in there as well.
Yeah, I was quite impressed with the speed of the game. They opened the ice up by rink-wide passes. Both teams moved the puck very well, but the Komets have a little bit of speed, and I'm quite impressed with Vail. Boy, can he scoot down the ice there. And then, of course, Schaafsma, he's carrying on right now. 2 goals last night. He gets an assist tonight on the power play goal of Cazzola. So he's involved offensively again.
We're just underway here in the second period as the puck rolls down to C.J. Mott. He will stick it aside as we start this period off 5-on-5. Both teams 1 for 1 on the power play. And here is Brashard. Gives it up to Kyle Fulmer. Fulmer comes up along the near side, and it's intercepted by Vail. Vail gets it in the zone, but he's offside. Nice heads-up play there by Vail. He had Kyle Thomas coming right down the middle of the ice. He couldn't get it to him in time, and it's offside.
Well, Vail stood up pretty well. He had the Quad City man all lined up. He could have nailed him pretty good. Instead, he went for the puck, but it was right at the blue line, and everything happening all at the same time. Offside was forced off.
Faceoff will be outside of the blue line. Puck is dropped, and it's deflected into the bench, it looks like. So we'll have another drop just outside of the Quad City blue line. Vail will take the faceoff. It is dropped, comes down in the Quad City zone up along the near side. And it comes up along the far wall. Nevins bats at it, gets it out. And Curtis Leonard will run it down. Leonard sends it up the wall. Here is Thompson. Thompson lost it. Now Kyle Thomas with it. Leaves it for Dan Milan up along the far wall. And he plays it all the way down.
It'll be icing again, too.
That is going to be icing. It's a little sloppy play to start things off here in the second period. Neither team are really getting a grip here as the faceoff will come down into the Komet zone.
A few words being said there as Dan Millen, he gets skated around over by the Quad City bench, said a few things, and a couple of players looking at each other. So they got a little bit of instigation from last night, and anything could happen right now.
Milan over 420 minutes last year in Wichita.
Another icing.
As the puck comes down, back behind the net. Cazzola will touch it up, and we will skate on down and have another face-off in the Komet zone.
Take care of the puck in your own zone, clear the zone, and let your forwards go for it. And that's exactly what the Komets are trying to do now. They've missed a couple of passes at the red line, and that's what's forced the offside in the icing.
Face-off will be on the left side of Pat Nagle. Patan will take the drop, and it's tied up on the dot. Now it comes free into the corner. They try and play it up to the blue line where it's batted away by Thompson. Thompson's going to send it down the length of the ice. It's going to come down into the near corner. Komets will get a line change as the Mallards pick it up behind their own net. Comes up along the near side. Kovacs touches it up, comes down, hits the end board. It'll be poked at by Pat Nagle. Swings it up along the far side. Schaafsma in there trying to gather it up, and the Komets are able to golf it out of there. And it's going to come all the way down for yet another icing. So both teams playing a little tentative here in this second period. And Cody Souls talking to the linesman.
Yeah, he's saying they fired the puck up, and he thought that his player got a stick on enough to deflect it. But that's not the way the linesman saw it. They bring it back, and we'll start all over in the Komet zone.
They'll just switch face-off circles. It'll be to the right of Nagle now. And here's Cazzola, can't win the face-off. Comes up top to Manfredo. Here's a shot. Stick save by Nagle. Comes down up along the near boards. And it's sent all the way down to the Quad City blue line. Janice with it. Cross-ice pass comes to Manfredo. Return pass back to Janice. A little bit too hard for him. He's able to get it into the Komet zone, but can't control it. Binkley back behind the net, comes up along the far side. Here's Sidlowski scooping it up. Sets it up to Cody Soul. Going to be sent down. And waved off by Manfredo. Janice with a backhander out of the zone. Intercepted by Weber in neutral territory. Backhander into the Quad City zone. Now it's sent up along the far side. Quad City has it, trying to get it out of their own end. Nice stick handling, and they're able to play it ahead. Michael Parks with it on the right side. Floats one forward. It's going to come into the Komet zone. And it's going to be picked up by Beaupre. Beaupre gives it a look, comes up along the near side, intercepted by Brashert. Puck rolling around, picked up by Baptista. He's going to spin around, turn the corner, bring it up the ice. Now he plays it ahead, tries to go to Crunk. Crunk gets it in, gets it to Baptista. He centers it up in front. Here's a shot, and it goes wide. Rebound coming up top all the way to the blue line, and here comes Quad City. They bring it into the Komet zone. Big hit. Will Weber is shaken up on the play as he came together with Jake Nevins. Play continues. Weber now gets up. Now the whistle blows, and Baptista's going to drop the glove. Baptista and Jack Nevins are going at it. Nevins was the one who hit Weber at the blue line, and Baptista taking exception to that. Nevins gets a couple of shots in on the back of the head of Baptista before the linesman comes in and breaks it up.
Yeah, they both collided at center ice there. The Komet defenseman, he got the worst of it as the sticks came up and the elbows came up. And unfortunately for the Komet defenseman, he ended up in the Komet bench and down in the hallway right now. As 17, Nevins gets into a scrap with Batista, and they finally are going to the penalty box right now.
Baptista came down in the corner and gave a couple of nice cross checks to Nevins. And both of them dropped the gloves. Let's see if Will Weber will be okay. Weber was really laying out the hits last night in Quad City. So it didn't look like it was really anything intentional. It looks like they both kind of just ran into each other at the blue line.
Yeah, they caught each other with their heads up, and before you know it, they got sticks and elbows and everything up. And unfortunately, Weber got the worst of that spark. And he's in the dressing room right now. So we'll see where this takes us. The linesman talking to both cats.
So we'll take a break as we sort this one out. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find freight advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OMNIBUY, 855-666-4289.
This is Comet Hockey.
Well, Baptista and Nevins each get 5 for fighting. That will cancel out. We've had 2 scrapes here tonight, and we will skate 5-on-5 here. 17-13 to go in the second period. Comets up 2-1. And a face-off will be in the Comet zone as their linesman doing a little ice manicure right outside of the Comet blue line there on the far dot. And it looks like maybe Will Weber actually lost a little blood there. And that's what the linesman is scraping up down there.
There was no penalties on the altercation with Weber. And other than that, Weber took the worst of it with a bit of an elbow in the head.
So we'll see what happens to Will Weber. As he is not on the bench, he is back in the trainer's room with new trainer Clay Keeley. And the face-off, here we go, lined up and ready to drop it. Cazzola will take the drop.
5 against 5.
And it comes out to Schaafsma right in front of his own net. Off the glass and all the way down. Racing down is Sidlowski. Needs a little help down there. Got it taken off his stick by Manfredo. Manfredo to Warning up top of the blue line. Here's Binkley with a shot. Save made. Rebound. And Sidlowski couldn't connect with it. Comes up to the blue line. Mott give up that whole right side. And here comes Warning down the ice. Here's an opportunity for Quad City. Shot. Save made. Rebound. Still loose in front. Bouncing around. Scored. And they score. Now Schaafsma is right there saying, hey, it was knocked in with a glove.
Yeah, they're saying they batted in. The referee was right there, and he pointed at the puck as it trickled in under Nagle. And we'll have to see. Both linesmen talking to him, and there may be a decision made here as the linesman got with the referee very quickly.
Let's see if we can get a replay on the big board here. Schaafsma was right on it, saying it was batted in. He didn't hesitate as the puck was rolling around, bouncing around in front of Nagle. And right there, yes, you see Warning, his hand went up. Definitely. Now, whether that puck came down and Warning was able to get a stick on it.
No goal.
And, yep, no goal. Referee makes the call. And you can see very clearly here on this replay as the Comet fans here at the Coliseum are able to see it. The puck popped right up. Sam Warning was right there, and he definitely batted it down.
There he batted it.
Yeah, you can see right there he did not get the stick on it.
And it actually bounced in the crease and then trickled underneath Nagle before it went in the net. So that's what the delay on it. But he did bat it towards the net, and that was enough to create the no-goal call.
And Schaafsma was right there, and he never hesitated. He immediately went to our referee, Andy Howard, and said no goal. So Schaafsma wins that argument. 2-1 Comets. The score stays. We got 16:42 to go in the second. And here's Tate. Tate gets hammered by 2 Mallards up along the far side as he unloads the puck into the Comet zone. Now the body is really flying out there here in the second period. Comes up along the near side. And Curtis Leonard steps up, gets it into Crunk, centering pass in the slot. Here's the shot, and it's blocked. And Kyle Fulmer is there, and he'll send it down right onto the stick of Pat Nagle. He will stop it, and he'll give it to Leonard. Leonard, cross-ice pass comes off the boards, and it's going to come down to Mott. He'll have to steer it free. Comes back behind the net, where it is controlled by good Branson. Goes back behind the net. It's intercepted by Friedman. Puts it in front. Shot, save made, and it's loose in front. We got a pile up. Mott is on his back, and the referee blows the whistle.
Yeah, Comet's digging at it. You couldn't get a clean shot on it. Tate still fighting for it right now. He's being pushed around by Brown, number 21, and they're just going at each other right now until the linesman breaks them up. But the Comets goal mode scramble. They had a couple pretty good whacks at it.
So the score is going to stay at 2-1 as Brent Tate goes off to have a seat. Tate was called for a 5-minute major last night, late in the game. Comets were able to kill off that entire penalty in the third period. So C.J. Mott is standing tall for the Mallards. Didn't get to start last night, but it looks like he could be their number one goaltender going forward. And the puck is dropped in the Quad City zone and is backhanded all the way down. Puck rolling on him, and it comes down back behind the net to number 15. That's Parks. Parks has it up along the far side. Sends up to Goodbranson. Here's a shot, and Pat Nagle will stop that one all night long.
Solon lost the stick, and he just physically pushed the man away from the net. Gave Nagle a good chance to see the puck as it came from the point. He grabbed on, and he realized he was out of the stick. He killed the play right then. Good heads-up play by two players.
Puck will be on the left side of Pat Nagle. And here's Vail and Brashard. The draw comes up along the near side, and it is picked up by Binkley. Takes a whack by Brashard as he unloads the puck into the Quad City zone. Comes down into the corner. And a big pile up, and it comes out to Thompson. Here with a backhander. Mott with the save. And Parks with it. Comes off the glass. Leonard will glove it down. He'll retreat back into his own zone. Coming off the boards. Here's Vail. Back to Leonard. Leonard cross-ice pass. And it comes to Binkley. Binkley up with it. Puck is rolling into the Quad City zone where it's picked up by Alex Patan. Patan plays it forward, comes out to the center line and into the common zone.
Up on him.
Here's a shot. Nagle with the save, gives a big rebound, but it gets kicked into the corner. Schaafsma with it up along the far side. Here's Vail with it. Vail got it poke checked away. And it comes down into the Quad City zone. Sent up along the far side. And picking it up is Beaupre. Beaupre comes back behind the net. Going to get some attention from Patan as he moves it forward. Gives it up to Sidlowski. Stick handle through the neutral zone. Can't get it around Jace Coyle. Comes down into the corner. Sidlowski giving it a look. Up top it goes on the far circle. Here's a shot, and Mott makes the save. 15-14 are the shots in favor of the Komets. They also have the lead at 2-1. 14:27 to go in the second period. Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons with you here tonight. Komets back on the road after tonight, Friday night up in Kalamazoo for their first game against the Wings.
And back here Saturday night. So another Saturday night game for the Komets.
Another home at home against one of their rivals. Puck dropped in the Quad City zone. Comes up to the blue line. Here's Dan Milan with it. He swings it around back behind the net. Mott will leave it for Fulmer. Fulmer will play it up along the far wall. Here's Taylor Crunk with a shot, and Mott has to snatch it right out of the air. Sneaky shot there by number 8.
But that's a couple of pretty good shots that Crunk's let go, and he gets himself in the position high in the slot. He's intercepted a couple of plays, and he's not scared to shoot the puck. Let the wrist shot go.
Puck will be to the left of Mott as Friedman to take it. Comes up top of the blue line. Milan is able to hold it in. He gets it back behind the net, and it's swung around here to the near side. Comes up top of the blue line. Here's Beaupre with a shot that goes wide. Comes back behind the net. Centering pass broken up by Mott. Comes up along the far side, and here come the Mallards. Long home run pass going to bounce off the boards. Comes out to Nagle. Dumps it into the corner. And now it's Tate with it. Misplayed it for a moment. Gets it back. Can't play it up along the wall. Goes back behind the net. Swung around and out of the zone. Friedman lost an edge there. Could not control the play. Batted back the other direction. Komets have it at their own blue line. It's Beaupre with a cross-ice pass picked up by Milan. And Milan whips it in. Comes off the boards. And this one is going to... didn't know where that was. It came
way
all
up
the way
in
up.
the air. Nobody knew where it was.
And it finally came down. Mott alertly just backed up into his net because he had no idea where it was in case that puck came out and dropped in front of him.
Well, it went right up the top, up in the air, and came down on top of the net. So the goaltender didn't want to get hit in the back and trickle in, so he went in the net and hit the net. Linesman and the referee gave him the whistle because everybody lost sight of it.
So the faceoff will come outside of the Quad City blue line with 13:29 to go in the second period. 2-1 Komets. Here's Vail and Brashard. Brashard gets the better of that battle. And the puck is dropped to Goodbranson. Out in front of the Quad City net. Pass goes up the middle of the ice. Knocked down by the Komets at the blue line. Brashard returns back behind his own net. And Panizera can't do anything with it. Garrett Thompson swipes it. Here he comes in. Shot saved by Mott. Centering pass, and the Mallards have it. Turning the corner and bringing it back up ice. Komets have numbers as they get it into the Comet zone. Comes down into the corner. Here's Garrett Thompson. Stoll gives it a poke, comes up along the near wall, up top of the blue line. Here's a shot. Save made by Pat Nagle. Up along the far side, Cody Stoll has it. Stoll dumps it off the boards. And the Komets will get a change. Coming back behind the net. And Panzarella has got plenty of space out there. Now he gets some attention from Sadlowski. Goes right up the middle of the ice. Komets come back for it off the stick of Milan. He goes back behind his own net. Skates around to the left up along the near wall. He finds Sean Sadlowski. Here's a backhander glove down. And here is Leonard. Schaafsma rather couldn't do anything with it. Batted back. And it's Milan at his own blue line. Cross-ice pass to Leonard. Gets it into the Quad City zone. Here's Schaafsma getting through the traffic. Comes back behind the net. Puts it in front. Broken up. Had Sadlowski, but he couldn't connect. Up along the near side, it's Sadlowski again. Top of the circle, nice little stick handle, takes a shot in front. A save made by Mott. And up along the near side, Will Weber is back out on the ice. And it's controlled by Cazzola down low. Schaafsma in on Mott, and he makes the save as Mott just dropped that right shoulder as Schaafsma had a little bit of room there on the near bar, but could not tuck it in.
Yeah, Cazzola, Schaafsma, and Schaafsma, they both worked pretty good together with Cazzola. They both got in pretty tight and had a couple of scoring chances around the net as the goaltender came up pretty strong on about 3 saves.
11:52 to go in the second period. Here's Kyle Fulmer. Back behind the net for Quad City. Up along the far side, comes up to the blue line. Beaupre holds it in, gets it in deep, bangs it off the end boards, and Mott will pin it up against the side of the cage and get a whistle. Gets it down to 11:39 to go here in the second period. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Fall here, everyone's favorite season. Tim Hortons French Vanilla Cappuccinos have arrived, and I couldn't be more excited. 3 delicious flavors, classic, chai, and pumpkin spice to keep you cozy all season long. With French Vanilla at Tim Hortons, I'm downright blissful. Rich, creamy, and delicious. I'm back, and better than ever with Tim Hortons Signature French Vanilla Cappuccinos. Coming today this, me, being fall, and try one at participating U.S. restaurants for a limited time.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
2-1 is our score here at the Memorial Coliseum. As the Komets have the puck in their own zone, Tate brings it up along the far side. Panzarella with a cross-ice pass to Goodbranson. Crosses over the red line here on the right side into the Comet zone. Puck rolls down to Pat Nagle, and he'll make the easy stop.
Nagle can see all that coming at him right there, and he wasn't going to take any chances. The puck come rolling to him. He just grabbed on, gave the defenseman a chance to hold everybody back. He'll take the face off and start all over.
Shots are 18-16 in favor of the Komets, but the Komets have had more quality opportunities, I believe, here in this second period.
7-7 in this period.
And the puck is dropped in the Komet zone. Here's a quick shot that's broken up. Komets have it. Here's Garrett Thompson into the neutral zone. He will float one forward, and that one will be deflected into the seats. Big crowd here on hand for the opening to the 65th anniversary of Comet Hockey. We had a big crowd last night at the Iowa Wireless Center.
4,600 people there last night.
And I'd say we're probably well over 8 tonight. And the face-off will be just outside of the Quad City blue line. 10:49 to go, 2-1 Komets. And it's going to be Vail to take the face-off. He's got a goal here tonight. Vail and Brashard. They square off, and the puck comes to the Komets. Here's Leonard along the left side. He will wheel one in. Mott's got to come out. He will stop it, and it comes down into the corner. Garrett Thompson comes in to help out, and the puck comes out to number 48 up along the near side. He's tied up on the play, and now Thompson gets a little bit of space, trying to get around Panzarella, and does, up along the far side. Now Thompson takes a hit from behind, still on his feet. Here's a shot, and a save made. Comes up along the far side for Panzarella. He's able to clear it out. Leonard is back on D for the Komets. His pass is broken up. Goodbranson has it, or Parks rather, into the corner. It's played. Brashard and Leonard fight for it back behind the Komet net. And now Michael Parks up top of the blue line. Out to Coyle. Coyle shot in front. It comes wide. Up along the far side, here's Kyle Thomas out to Schaafsma. We got a penalty called. And Dan Milan, who hit the deck in front of the Comet net.
The Comets look like they're going to get a penalty off at 2. Both of them, it looks like.
So it'll be Barasher, it means sent off. And it looks like it is going to be Milan as well. So we'll see.
23, Milan.
See if these cancel out, and we'll skate even strength. We got a timeout on the ice. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Comet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186. About the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
Here's some good policy from your local agent and auto owner's insurance. When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes with something extra, a real person. Don't buy from an insurance company with an 800 number and a voicemail menu. Auto Owners Insurance operates exclusively through local independent agencies here to help you 24/7. Now that's good policy.
For all your insurance needs, visit Colligan & Company in Fort Wayne. And now, back to Comet Hockey.
So we're getting the penalties sorted out here. Looks like we got an unsportsmanlike.
Yeah.
So they'll cancel out. Milan is sent off along with Brady.
4 against 4, though. 5 against 5. Sorry.
So both teams retake the ice after the timeout. We're under 10 minutes to go here in the second period.
4 against 4 they'll play right now. It'll be interesting. Lots of ice room out there to move the puck around. Soul will be back on the point with the Comets.
It'll be Sidlowski to take the face-off. Cazzola and Binkley out there for the Comets. Puck is kicked free to Coyle. Out down low, they got a man. Here's a shot that goes wide. Comes up along the near side. Evans going to wheel one around. Here is Cody Soul on the other end. He is met there by Alex Patan and into the corner. Swung back down. Here's Cazzola with it. And Cazzola tries to center it. Broken up by the Comets. Cazzola with it again up along the near side. And breaking free is Sidlowski. Sidlowski got a man coming in. Centers it in front. Cazzola shoots. And taking the save is C.J. Mott.
Sidlowski somehow got the puck to Cazzola. Cazzola knocked it out of the air. A little bouncing puck and got right in on the goaltender. Let the shot go. But he didn't have time to settle it down and put it where he wanted to. So he had a quick shot at it. The goaltender came out, made the save, but a good 2-on-1 as Sidlowski gets it over to Cazzola.
So Comets plenty of opportunities here in the second period, but C.J. Mott playing very well tonight.
Both goaltenders playing well right now. 19 shots by the Comets, 16 by the Mallards.
A little bit of a delay here as Mott gets an equipment adjustment. Mott, 6 foot, goes 175 pounds. Bit of a contrast to the other goaltender that Mallards have, Adam Vail, 6'5", 209. Comets were able to light him up for 5 goals last night. Mott was credited for 1 last night after coming in relief in the third period. Puck comes down in front. Here's Mott with another big save. That time he robbed Kyle Thomas. He's got Comets a couple of times tonight. Comes down into the corner. Here's Fulmer. Backhands it around up along the near side. Will Weber lays a lick on his man down in the corner. Now he knocks Kovacs down. And we got another pile up as Kovacs now digs the puck out. And Kovacs lays it forward. Up along the right side, here is Laporte getting around. Will Weber comes deep into the corner. He's met there by the big defenseman. And now we've got 4 bodies down there. Puck squirts loose. Nagle pokes it back down to the corner. Here's Beaupre from his knees, and he's able to get it out to Schaafsma. Schaafsma to Kyle Thomas. Has the puck rolling on him. He's got to settle it down. Plays it ahead. Comes to Schaafsma on the backhand. Over the blue line he comes. He's sizing up the goaltender. Can't get a shot. Sends it out to the point, and Cody Soul couldn't bring it in. And the Comets have to get back on side. Up along the near boards. And here's Brown, or Nevin rather, bringing it in. Here's the shot on Nagle, makes the save, and it's gobbled up by Friedman. Comes up along the left wall to Vail. Vail gives it out to Binkley. Binkley trying to get behind the defender. Comes in, shot, save made, comes into the corner. Defenseman came in and swiped it into the corner. It's number 17, Jack Nevins. Nevins to Goodbranson, back behind the net. Panzarella with it. He spins around, gets some room down in his own end, and the puck now comes up along the far side. Goodbranson back behind the net. Vail picks it up, tries to center it. Stepping up is Leonard. He's offside.
Yeah, tried to sneak it over, but it just got outside, and the offside called at the blue line. Will bring the face-off outside. Line change by both teams.
Leonard saw it, but he was just too far back, and Vail put too much on the pass, and he could not get before it crosses over the blue line. And the face-off will be outside of the Quad City line. 7:47 to go here in the second. 2-1 Komets. No goals have been scored here in the second period. And it's going to be Brady Vail to take the face-off for the Komets. Him and Brashard. And Brashard gets the better of that battle. He sends it over to Coyle here on the right side. Now it's Parks with it. Now he's going to go backwards to Coyle in his own zone. He gets harassed by Garrett Thompson as he comes up along the near side. Puck comes down to the Comet zone now. Curtis Leonard gives chase. Got a man on him. Comes off the boards. Here's Milan up along the wall, and he sends it clear all the way down. Nope, that's going to be deflected actually into the seats. And they're going to point the face-off into the Comet zone with 7:23 to go in period number 2.
Komets off all week. Back at it in Kalamazoo Friday night. Back here against Kalamazoo Saturday night. So nice schedule for them right now, breaking the season up.
And it's kind of a good thing because that second week in November, the Komets have got a huge road trip.
It'll catch up to them.
It will start in Brampton, Ontario, and it will end in Wichita with stops in Tulsa and Missouri along the way. Puck comes up along the near wall. Here's Schaafsma with a long cross-ice pass. Comes off the stick of Sidlowski. And now Binkley with it. He backs up. Has Cazzola right down the middle of the ice, and it goes over his stick.
Icing.
Oh, and Cazzola knew he had something. He had a lot of room if that would have found his tape. And he was shaking his head after that one. It's an icing call, and the puck comes down to the Comet zone.
Lines will stay the same as the faceoff comes back in the Comet zone right now. 7:09 to go. Second period here. Komets lead by 1.
Face-off will be to the right of Nagle. Cazzola lost the face-off. Rashard falls down, however. Cody Soul has it. He sends it over on the right side at Sidlowski. He couldn't do anything with it as it was taken away by Manfredo. He gets it out to center ice, where Cody Soul has to go back for it. Binkley with it up along the far side, and it's played forward into the Quad City zone. Picked up by Cazzola in front. Here's a shot. They've made Sidlowski with an opportunity. Cody Soul with it up along the near side, and he swipes it around. Here's Nevins, or Sam Warney actually takes a hit as he loses the puck, comes over to the near side in the Quad City zone. Now Manfredo upended off the play by Cazzola. No penalty on it, and it comes down into the corner. Up along the near side, a warning with it, gets it out. And here's Patan with it. Komets have numbers. They come over. Here's a shot, and right into the gut of Pat Nagle.
They had a bit of a 2-on-1, but they threw it to the wingman on the bad angle. He took the shot. Nagle's played man-on-man. Took the angle shot and grabbed it in the stomach. No rebound. Nice play.
And the face-off coming up in the Comet zone to the right of Pat Nagle. It'll be Mason Baptista to take the drop. In there with Connor Brown. Puck is dropped, comes up along the far boards, and it comes back behind the net. Sidlowski picks it up for the Komets here on the near side, out to Taylor Crunk. Crunk looking for Tate, pass behind him, comes off the boards and into the zone for Quad City. Up top of the blue line, and Weber couldn't flatten the puck out. Now we've got some bodies flying around here near the Quad City bench. Puck comes down to Nagle. He will play it ahead, and then here's Baptista with it. Baptista gets it deep into the corner, and back behind the net. Here's Tate taken off the play by Fulmer. Up along the far side, out to the blue line. The Komets couldn't hold on to it. Puck rolls all the way down into the Komets zone. Gathering it up is Beaupre. Back behind his net, gets a little bit of space out there. And Beaupre plays it out to Weber here on the left side. Weber, cross-ice pass, trying to go to Tate. Panzarella passes back the other direction. Now back the other way for the Komets. Here's Baptista with a backhander. Comes off the stick of Mott. He will swipe it behind his own net. And he has Goodbranson. Touch pass forward. There's Brashert with it off the board. And into the Comet zone, it is played into the corner. Brashert has it. Brashert is met there by two white jerseys, Dan Milan being one of them. Comes out to the side of the cage. Look out, comes out in front of the net. Brady Vail is there to gobble it up. Moves it out to Kyle Thomas. Now here's Brady Vail sneaking in on the far wing. Vail gets it into the zone, got it poke checked away, and up along the far side, here's Milan, who takes a hit. Comets still have it. Cycled down low to Brady Vail. Vail gets a hit from Good Branson. Got a nice two-hander there, doesn't get a call. And it comes up along the near side, up to the blue line and poked free. Quad City gets a line change. Comets trying to catch him on that change. It comes to Cody Stoll, but Jace Coyle steals the puck away. Coyle brings it in.
Stay up on
into the attacking zone. Here's a shot. Rebound. Rebound. Now we got a fight. We have got Cody Stoll dropping the gloves with Manfredo. They are right outside the Comet blue line. Two big guys. Here is Stoll with two quick jabs. Now Good Branson, or Manfredo rather, with a huge uppercut.
Yeah, Stoll knows he's got a fighter on his hands.
And Cody Stoll trying to get some leverage there. He gets two right jabs in there. Oh, and a big blow by Manfredo as they hit the ice.
Pretty good scrap right there. Two big guys. And they break up. They'll both get 5 for fighting, but a couple of good offensive chances. Nagle made 2 nice saves down on the play as that was getting ready to go at center ice. And it wasn't finished as Nagle had to make 2 nice saves.
4:19 to go here in the second period. Things getting physical here on Sweetwater Ice at the Memorial Coliseum. 2-1 Comets. We'll be back. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Save on gasoline and get free Comet Hockey tickets. Get a Marathon Visa card at any Marathon station and earn up to 25 cents per gallon rebate. Also, pick up a Comets fill-up card and earn a buy one, get one free ticket offer to any Friday night regular season home game. At Marathon, you can earn a 25 cents per gallon savings on gas and a free game ticket. Marathon, fueling the American spirit. You're listening to Comet Hockey.
Here's Quad City with an opportunity off the face-off as got Mike Manfredo and Cody Stoll both off 5 minutes fighting. And now the puck is deflected into the seats, and we'll have another face-off coming up. 4:07 to go here in the second period. 2-1 Comets. Comets lead on shots on goal as well, 22-19. And the face-off coming up in the Comet zone.
No penalty on the play. Everybody is sort of cruising around right now. They thought that maybe
we do
the puck over, but I think it was deflected. So the face-off comes back to the Comet zone. No harm done.
No, they are going to give a penalty to Weber.
All right.
And that's what happened to Weber last night as well.
Yep.
Shot it up into the seats.
Flipped the puck and went right up into the stands. And I thought it was deflected off of somebody, and everybody else was sort of standing around. But Weber ended up going to the penalty box. Power play, Quad City face-off in Comet zone now.
Most of the penalties tonight have been of the coincidental variety, so not many opportunities with a man advantage.
We've had about 4 fights tonight, so everybody's sort of carrying over from last night's game up in Quad City. We're a little rivalry starting already.
4:07 to go in the second, and Quad City to start up on the power play. Puck comes down into the near corner, and that one is going to be deflected. And Quad City wants another penalty. And the linesmen are going to talk it over with the referee. Let's see if the Comets get another one for delay of game. Now Jamie Schaafsma in on the conversation as well. Couldn't see whose stick that came off of. And it looks like no penalty on that.
So a little flip in the corner is what it was. The defense was being pinched off, and as he flipped it, it went straight up off the stick. And it went maybe a little help from the Quad City player too, as the leverage flipped it right up under the stand.
Puck is dropped. Schaafsma sends it all the way over to the far side, and now it's going to trickle down into the Quad City zone. Here's Mott.
Yeah, the interference going to be called. Quad City got tangled up with a Comet forechecker, 24, Thomas, who was trying to get in there first. The Quad City defenseman got a piece of him, tangled him up, and I think that's going to cause a penalty. Quad City going to the box for interference.
So it's a 4-on-4 chance.
Yeah, that kills that penalty.
That'll open up some opportunities for both teams.
Interference, they call it.
And it will be Michael Parks. Where's number 15? He will go into the box.
Interference. That nullifies the power play. Both will play 4 against 4 right now. For a minute 46 of the power play for the Komets.
Faceoff will be in the Quad City zone. Here is Brady Vail to take the drop. And the Mallards win the faceoff. Here's Kyle Fulmer back behind the net. Fulmer gives it a look. We're playing 4-on-4 here. And they give it up to Coyle. Coyle on the right side. Feeds it through. Gets it into the Komet zone. And back behind the net, Nevins with it. Couldn't control it up to the blue line. Fulmer up along the far side. And they come in on Nagle. Couldn't get a shot. Comes to the opposite side. Now it's picked up by Nevins again. Out to Coyle in the high slot. He winds up. Shot blocked. And it's picked up. The Komets on a breakaway. Here's Vail coming in on Mott. He shoots. He scores!
Good goal.
Brady Vail, his second of the night on the breakaway.
And the Komets broke up the play inside the Quad City zone. The Komet defenseman knocked it down. Vail broke up the center, and they hit him with a perfect lead pass. Vail went in. None had touched it. Nobody went in as it. The goaltender one little deep. Around he went. Backhand in the net. Vail is second of the night.
And Brady Vail has come as advertised. Breaking out, getting a point last night. 2 goals here tonight, and it's 3-1 Komets.
We'll have to see who passes the puck up the center. He was the one that intercepted the pass inside the zone.
Komets with a 2-goal cushion at the moment with 3:07 to go in the second period. Here's Leonard up along the far side. Pass was deflected. Comes down in the Quad City end. And back behind the net, it is played. And we'll get the assist here.
Goal number 4, Jason Binkley. Time to goal, 16 minutes.
And Binkley had a big night last night with 3 points, and now he has a huge assist on Vail's second of the game. Quad City looking to get back in it here with 2:33 to go in the second period. 3-1 Komets. Komets have it in their own zone up along the far side. Puck sneaks loose, and here's Baptista with an opportunity, trying to toe drag around Goodbranson, and Goodbranson, the crafty veteran, is going to take the puck away. Comes up along the far side, and it's Nolan Laporte with it. Goes back behind the net, and the Mallards get some space here with 2:09 to go in the second period. Play pushed forward by Nevins over on the left side, and on Nagle. Here's a shot, save made, a rebound gathered up by Friedman. Friedman up along the far side. They get it into the Komet zone, or the Quad City zone. Here is Sidlowski, puts it in front. Cazzola takes a whack from behind as Mott smothers
pretty
it.
good. He gets pushed down pretty good as Sidlowski flipped that puck right to the goal crease. Cazzola stayed right there, got a whack at it, and then he got chopped from behind by the Mallards defenseman.
Well, the Mallards, who had problems with Sean Sidlowski last night, you can't give Sidlowski a lot of space out there to stick handle.
No,
and every time Sid has caught the puck, there has been a stick on his. 1:49 to go in the second. Komets up 3-1. And Cazzola comes up to the blue line. Weber holds it out to Sidlowski. He whips one wide onto the short side. Now it comes up along the far board. Brasher digs it out of there for Quad City. Passes it down the ice, and it comes down to Donnie Harris. Harris puts it on Nagle. Easy save. Rebound is going to be blocked.
In front.
Loose puck in front. Beaupre doesn't know where it is. And here's a shot back on Nagle. Comes out in front again. Cazzola with it. Trying to stick handle out of traffic. Comes off the boards a little bit too hard. He had Sidlowski coming down that right side. And no icing. As play continues, Sidlowski centers it. Here is Schaafsma with a chance.
Right to the net.
Set it through the blue paint. Now it comes up along the blue line, sent all the way into the far side. Here is Sam Warning back behind the net. Puck squirts loose again along the far side, and Quad City plays it out. We got 1 minute to go in the period. Puck comes down to C.J. Mott. He will stop it, and he gives it to Goodbranson. 49 seconds yet to be played here in the second period. Here's Brashard up along the far side. Puck is deflected along the glass. Kyle Thomas has it. Thomas turns around. Here's a shot. And Mott with the save. Curtis Leonard with it. Flirted in the corner. Got hit hard. Donnie Harris with it. Plays it off the boards. Kyle Thomas has it. Thomas top of the circle. Steps up, puts one, and he just rips it wide. Along the far side, Mallards are able to get it out. Puck rolls along the far side and into the zone. Here's Harris. He gets chased out of there by Kyle Thomas. Now Dan Milan in there as well. Harris comes away from the scrum with the puck, pinned up against the boards by Milan with 9 seconds to go. Now the puck is loose top of the circle. Puck comes down into the corner with 3 seconds. Here's Leonard, takes another big hit down low into the far corner, and that does it. 40 minutes in the book here at the Coliseum in front of a big crowd. And the Comet fans have paid their money, and they are getting their money's worth. 3-1 is the score. Comets with the lead. They've seen a couple of nice fights, and right now, Robbie, this is a game that everyone wants to see.
Yes, it's very entertaining. Wide open, as we said, the first period. A lot of good skating, a lot of good passing. Tonight, the second period, it sort of started slow, good close checking. But as it opened up, a couple of scraps, and of course the power play goal was a 4-on-4 with Vail getting his second as the Comets broke up a play as Mallards were coming over the blue line. Binkley knocked it down, then fed a perfect pass up the center, and Vail took off, and a clear-cut breakaway went in, deked the goalie, and made it a 3-1 hockey game.
And the Comets have been very opportunistic, even though this is a 2-goal lead. But C.J. Mott has played very well, but the Comets have had some outstanding opportunities. And I think of Kyle Thomas, he has about three really good opportunities, but Kyle Thomas kind of snake-bitten like he was last night as well, but he is definitely going in the net, and he's getting some opportunity.
Yeah, both goaltenders being tested well. First period, the Comets outshot him 11-9. That period, they outshot him 13-12, so a total of 24-21 shots on goal. Both goaltenders have been tested. The defense is covered up and got the rebounds pretty good for both guys. Other than the breakaway goal there by Vail, nice solid period by the Comets.
So we are at the second intermission. 3-1 is our score. Comets with the lead. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Nelson, Mays, and Wonka. All famous Willies. But getting the Willies, it isn't fun. That creepy feeling you get when you see all your high-interest debt? Partners First Federal Credit Union has the cure for the Willies, with products that are designed to help you. Nothing brings out those Willies more than a mortgage, car loan, or high-interest credit card. Partners First can keep those Willies away. Just go to partnersfirstcu.org to get started. Partners First Federal Credit Union. Part of your community, part of your tomorrow. Partners First Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. MLS number 405819.
Have you had an MRI and later were shocked by the high cost of your copay? Your out-of-pocket insurance cost can be 3 times higher depending on where you go. Call us first. Find out your estimated costs before your exam. And if you don't have insurance, pay as little as $4.25. Why pay more? It's your choice where you go. Choose from our 3 locations: Auburn, Decatur, or Fort Wayne Open MRI on Lake Avenue.
Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's. Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital and Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Comets and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
Take Midwest Gloves and Gear to work with you by using their full line of work gloves. Midwest Work Line features Max Performance gloves, PBR, along with a wide variety of Midwest branded gloves for any type of work. Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in being the largest manufacturer of American-made work gloves, and Midwest believes in investing in America. And that's why the Work Line features many styles made right here in the USA. For over 50 years, Midwest Gloves and Gear, Chillicothe, Missouri. Time for the Tim Hortons Coffee Break Intermission Report. Presented by Tim Hortons, the official coffee and donuts of the Comets.
Back live at the Memorial Coliseum. Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons taking you through this one. And the Comets 3-1 is the score. They are up on the Mallards for the second straight night. Komets get the big win on the road, 6-2. And the Komets last night looking to get the home-and-home sweep against the Mallards. Now the Komets will have another home-and-home series coming up next weekend against the arch-rival Kalamazoo Wings. It'll be Friday night at 7 o'clock versus the Wings up in Kalamazoo. And then Saturday night right back here, 7:30 against the Wings. You want to get those tickets this week. Another big crowd will be on hand Saturday night when the Komets take on the Wings. And, of course, you can hear both of those games right here on WOWO. Taking a look at what has happened in this one so far. In the first period, Brady Vail, he's had himself a game here tonight. He's got 2 goals. His first one came early on in that first period, 2:57 of that first period. It was Thompson and Kyle Thomas on the assist. And then Sam Warning for Quad City got the equalizer at 14:01 of the first period. Kovac and Patan the assist, and that one was on the power play. And the Komets got a power play goal of their own from Mike Cazzola at 17:22 of the first period. Schaafsma getting the assist. And then in the second period, we just had 1 goal as Brady Vail gets his second of the game, second of the season on a beautiful pass from Jason Binkley. And Binkley now has 4 points in the first 2 games. It came at 16:50 of the second period, and it was a 4-on-4 situation for both teams. And the Komets are able to cash in. Power plays, Quad City 1 for 2, Fort Wayne 1 for 2 as well, and both of them have 21 minutes in penalties on 6 infractions. Taking a look at the penalties in this one. In the first period, it was Alex Goodbranson and Taylor Crunk dropping the gloves at 9:48 of the first period. Both picked up 5 minutes for fighting. And then Gabriel Beaupre getting a 2-minute cross-checking minor at 12:09. And then Kyle Fulmer, 2 minutes holding at 17:16 of the first period. And that did it for the first 20 minutes of play. In the second period, we have got Nevins from Quad City and Baptista each dropping the gloves at 2:47. Both got a 5-minute major. And then it was Brassard, a slashing call at 10:03. Dan Milan picked up an unsportsmanlike conduct call at 10:03, and that's what led to that 4-on-4 opportunity for the Komets that led to their second goal. Also in the second period, Manfredo and Stoll dropped the gloves at 15:41, and then Will Weber got a delay of game call at 15:53. That's the second time that's happened to Will Weber in consecutive nights. And then it was Michael Parks, 2 minutes interference at 16:08. Both goaltenders playing very well tonight. As C.J. Mott, who came in relief last night, only saw 5 shots and gave up 1 goal to Jamie Schaafsma, but he's looked sharp as the Komets have had some great opportunities, but Mott has kept the Mallards in this one. He has seen 24 shots. He's made 21 saves and 3 goals against. Pat Nagle, second night in a row, got the hot hand. He has seen 21 shots and he's made 20 saves, and he's just given up 1 goal against here tonight. And we do have an attendance figure here for the 65th annual home opener for the Komets. 8,751 fans are on hand here tonight. Thank you, fans, for coming out, and make sure you get those tickets for next Saturday night against Kalamazoo. We will take a break. We are in the middle of the second intermission, and 3-1 is our score. Komets with the lead. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the values you've been looking for on all the new 2017 models. Starting at $34,995. The 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited with lift kit, rims, and tires is ready to tackle the toughest competition. The Ram 1500 pickup with best-in-class fuel economy and more power and guts than any other truck on the market. With its striking design and powerful standard engine, this is one tough truck. Also, check out our new line of commercial ProMaster vans for all your work needs. Chrysler has perfected the family vehicle with the all-new Chrysler Pacifica. Optional 8-passenger seating, dual TVs, satellite radio. It's the most advanced minivan in its class. See the complete line of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, all at O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online at o'danielauto.com.
At Subway, Monday is no longer Monday. It's Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day. That's the $3.50 sub of the day. Subway has a different 6-inch sub of the day every day of the week. Each has no artificial flavors or colors from artificial sources. For just $3.50, it's a great sub for a great price. Wednesday, that's Turkey Breast Day. Friday, Tuna Day. The $3.50 sub of the day every day at Subway. At participating restaurants, additional charges for extras and deluxe plus tax may not be combined with other offers, coupons, or discount cards.
Here's some good policy from your local agent and auto owner's insurance. When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes with something extra, a real person. Don't buy from an insurance company with an 800 number and a voicemail menu. Auto Owners Insurance operates exclusively through local independent agencies here to help you 24/7. Now that's good policy.
For all your insurance needs, visit Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Once upon a galaxy in a world far, far ago.
This party is lame. There's no cool kids here.
But, Dad, you planned the party.
You're right. I'm tired of being in the doghouse. The other dads were laughing at me and throwing cats. That's seriously bad.
Since Father Figure was concerned with his approval rating, he knew he needed to act fast.
We need someone to bring the fun stat.
How about me, kids?
Get out of here, you. You're bat poop crazy. And besides, I'm 43.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
Well, we dodged a rubber chicken with that one.
Now, since Father Figure had incurred the wrath of the Clown Mafia, he knew he needed to overcompensate and get some cool points fast. Oh, yes. Cool points are like gold. Pretty shiny gold.
I need to call Tag Art. Give me that phone, Joey.
It's Tommy.
That's what I said, Frank. I'm dialing 456-6999.
With that, Father Figure was instantly connected to Tag Art, where a whole list of service options were laid out before him. Caricatures, face painting, costume characters, stilt walkers, and beyond. No pressure, no egos, and all local talent. Tax-paying artists, bully.
And no more flying cats.
Father Figure further learned of Tag Art's website, tagartcompany.com, where he could see samples of work and not just trust a stranger with a great phone voice.
He did have a great phone voice.
So the next time you need to bring the fun to your party, college, office, mitzvah, reception, or general wacky-doo shindig.
They do wacky-doo, too?
They truly do. For you, too. No poo. So get the tag team, and you'll know why they say,
Tag, we're it.
Time for the Tim Hortons Coffee Break Intermission Report. Presented by Tim Hortons, the official coffee and donuts of the Komets.
Back live at the Coliseum, where our score is 3-1 in favor of the Komets. The Komets looking for the 2-game sweep here against the Quad City Mallards, but we still have 20 minutes to play, and things have gotten very physical. We've had 3 pairs of gloves hit the ice. We've had 3 fights here tonight, and we'll see if that spills over into the third period. This season, the Komets are proud to have Lutheran Health Network, Fort Wayne Orthopedics, and Optimum Performance Sports as the official health care provider of the team. Go where the pros go, Lutheran Health Network. And download the new Komets mobile app, now available for Apple and Android devices. Get same-day alert, get game day alerts, the latest news and stories, roster updates, player bios, and much more. Search Komets in the App Store on Google Play today. And coming up on October 25th, we have our first Komet night at the Tilted Tilt in Jefferson Point. Again, Tuesday, October 25th from 6:30 to 8 o'clock. Meet Icy the Eagle, Captain Jamie Schaafsma, forward Mike Embach, and Pat Nagle will be on hand. Tuesday, October 25th from 6:30 to 8 o'clock. Of course, Mike Embach not in the lineup here tonight. He's sitting out these first 2 games, nursing a shoulder injury, as is Bobby Shea as well. But both of those players hoping to make their season debut next week when the Komets take on the Kalamazoo Wings, another home-and-home situation. Friday night in Kalamazoo, Saturday night right back here at the Coliseum. We'll take another break, and then we'll have a look at our Meyer out-of-town scoreboard. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Komet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186. About the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
I bank with Fifth Third because I don't wait for anything. To get downstairs faster, I replace my staircase with the fireman's pole. For me, every hour is rush hour, and the early bird never gets the worm because I beat him to it. Yes, I don't wait for anything. That's why I use the faster mobile app from Fifth Third Bank, which lets me do things like check my balance without logging in. To save time, I put zippers on my button-down shirts. I tune into game shows just for the lightning rounds, and my high school graduation speech was quite brief. In fact, it was a haiku.
Bright future awaits. Never surrender. Dream big. Congratulations.
Take the weight out of banking with Fifth Third Bank's faster mobile app, which lets you check your balance without logging in, transfer funds with fewer taps, and deposit checks without pushing a button. Mobile banking, one of the ways Fifth Third Bank works hard to earn your business. Visit a banking center or 53.com to open a checking account today. $50 minimum deposit to open a checking account. Member FDIC.
O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has added some new members to the team. Introducing the all-new Jeep Renegade with legendary Jeep performance and incredible fuel economy, starting at $18,865. Also now on the starting lineup is the all-newly redesigned Ram Rebel. With its striking design and powerful standard engine, this is a new crowd favorite with the muscle to back it up. The new scrapper on the team is the all-new Dodge Challenger Hellcat with 707 horsepower. This secret weapon will leave the competition wondering what hit them. O'Daniel is a proud sponsor of Comet Hockey, and we invite all the fans to come experience the difference in your next car buying experience. See the complete line of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, all at O'Daniel on Illinois Road, next to Meyer, or online at o'danielauto.com. Time for the Tim Hortons Coffee Break Intermission Report, presented by Tim Hortons, the official coffee and donuts of the Komets.
Back at the Memorial Coliseum, where the Komets are up 3-1 on Quad City. We are in the second intermission, and let's take a look at the Meyer out-of-town scoreboard for tonight in the ECHL. These games are final. Adirondack and Manchester. 5-3 is the final. Adirondack gets the better of Manchester for the second night in a row. Another one that has gone final. Reading up big on Elmira, 6-2. Again, that is final. Florida and Greenville. That game is now 5-3, and it has gone final with Florida getting their first win of the season. Brampton and Wheeling are in the third period, and they are tied at 2. Also late in the third, we've got a 6-3 hockey game down in Atlanta with the Walleye up on the Gladiators 6-3. Kalamazoo and Norfolk, the Wings are up on Norfolk down in Virginia tonight by a score of 3-0. That game is just about to go final. They've got 1 minute to go in the third period. And we got Cincinnati and Indianapolis for the second night in a row. Indianapolis up on the Cyclones 2-0 in Cincinnati tonight. Allen and Missouri, they're about halfway through period number 2 down in Texas, and it is 2-0 Allen. In the second period as well, 2-1, Tulsa is over Wichita. And in the first period out west, we have got Utah 1, Idaho nothing with 7:52 to go in the first period. And then just underway, Rapid City and Colorado with no score in that one. We'll take one last break. As I want to remind everyone, don't forget the simple savings you get with Meyer MPerks digital coupons and rewards. Sign up today at mperks.meyer.com. One last break in the third period coming up. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital and Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets, and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
Knob Brick Company carries hundreds of styles of brick, literally something for every taste. With the change in the seasons, it's good to know that Knob also offers a wide variety of fireplaces, many of them Heat and Glow's finest, to add style to your home and warm it up on those cold evenings. They can even put a Heat and Glow insert into your existing fireplace to make it more efficient. Be sure to check out their fireplace showroom for some design ideas. Knob Brick is located on Fort Wayne's north side, not far from the Spies Fieldhouse. For a great Heat and Glow fireplace or that perfect brick for your home, see Knob, N-O-B, Knob Brick.
Fort Wayne's newest Northside Sports Bar is your place to see the big games, including pro and college. Doozy Sports Bar and Grill next to Red River Steakhouse has become a fan favorite to see the best sports events with their incredible food and drink specials and wall-to-wall big flat screen TVs. Open daily 11 to 11 or later for the big games. Doozy's has daily lunch specials and is always the place to come out and watch the games. Doozy's next to Red River Steakhouse, just off I-69 at Coldwater Road in Washington Center.
Time for the Tim Hortons Coffee Break Intermission Report, presented by Tim Hortons, the official coffee and donuts of the Komets.
We've got a fresh 20 minutes up on the scoreboard here at the Coliseum, and we are set to go for the third period between the Komets and the Mallards. Komets looking to start off the regular season up 2 games. 3-1 is our score. Komets looking good, but we've got a long way to go. Play is into the Komet zone as we start the third period off. Comes down into the corner. Nagle plays it. Now up along the right side. Here's Sean Sidlowski, who's been bottled up this evening. Puck comes all the way down, back behind the net, and up along the far side. Here's Cazzola with the shot, knocked down. Cazzola picks it back up. Good Branson in on the play. And it's picked up by Sidlowski. His centering pass broken up, intended for Schaafsma. And it comes down back behind the net. Cazzola spins it around up along the the near side. It's Sam Warning with a backhander. And it comes all the way down, up along the near side. And it's Cazzola again. Drops it back to good Branson. Nothing up to the center of the ice, and now Sidlowski steals it. Sidlowski brings it into the zone, centers it up. Oh, and it comes all the way up top. Weber couldn't handle it. Now to Beaupre. Beaupre is going to retreat back into his own zone. Cross-ice pass intended for Weber. He comes up along the far boards. That one's going to come down. Mott will touch it up. And Brady Vail almost got a hold of it. Poke checked away. Comes back behind the net for Donnie Harris. Up along the left side, and here's Coyle with it. Coyle turns on the Jets, gets over the blue line onside, takes a poke from Beaupre. Weber gets the puck, comes up along the near board. Back up top to Fulmer. Cross-ice pass picked up. Here's a shot in front. Save made.
That was deflected.
That one, yep, someone got a piece of it in front, and it went right into Pat Nagle. And he makes the save.
Yeah, first save of the period right there. Nagle has to make a nice deflection shot. They got to keep the puck away from the net there right now with a 2-goal lead. They can't sit back and just play hockey. They've got to go out there and go for that next goal.
Shane Alberani and Robbie Irons here tonight. 18:32 to go here in the third period. Komets up by 2, 3-1. And the puck is dropped in the Komet zone, goes back behind the net, played up along the near side, and it's poked away. Poked all the way out to the red line now. Donnie Harris picks it up for Quad City, up along the far side. And Kyle Fulmer back in his own end, gets chased by Kyle Thomas. Up along the left side, he swipes it around into the Komet zone. It's played and cleared all the way down. That one's actually going to catch one of the Komet sticks on the bench. That will draw a whistle.
Face-up will go back just at the blue line outside the Komet zone. Oh, they're going to put it inside now.
So they'll push it back to the left of Pat Nagle as both teams will get a line change.
Line change for Komets, line change for Mallards, and the face-off in the Komet zone. 2-goal lead, Komets going into the third period.
And the puck is dropped, comes up top of the circle, down to the blue line. Coyle gets rubbed off the play as he gets it in deep into the Komet zone. Back behind the net, it's played. Comes up along the right side. No, it's Beaupre going to reverse, come back the other direction. Flips one forward all the way into the Quad City zone. Comes up along the right side.
Steals it.
Here's Tate. Tate goes in front, tries to center it, broken up by Mott. And into the corner, here's Jace Coyle. Takes a bump, comes up top to the blue line. Here's Beaupre. Swings it around, comes back behind the net. Coyle intercepts it for Quad City, comes up along the left side for Nevins. He gets by Beaupre, comes up along the left side, but Baptista in to help out on D. Takes the puck away, and he drops it back along the far side to Will Weber. Now, Weber got it taken away by Nevins, but Nevins couldn't control the puck. It was rolling on him. Comes up along the near side here in the Komet zone. Picked up by Tate. Tate, cross-ice pass. They bring it into the zone in front, and it's poked away. Loose puck here onto the near side and into the corner. And up along the near boards, controlled by Sidlowski. Sends it all the way over to Tate. Winds up, has Schaafsma. Winds up, takes a shot. Mott just got a piece of it. Up along the far side, Cody Soul gets chased as he dumps it off to Binkley. Binkley tried to get to Schaafsma, trying to get it through traffic. It's intercepted. Now Binkley up along the far side has Cazzola. Cazzola swings one around. Mott will stop it up along the glass and out to the blue line. It is played. Pressured with it for Quad City up the middle of the ice, and they're offside.
Good call, linesman.
16:39 to go here in the third. We'll take a break. 3-1 Komets. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Emergency Radio Service is the official radio provider for the Fort Wayne Komets. Communicating with your fleet of vehicles across the state of Indiana just got easier and safer. Turbo Connect from ERS is a wide area two-way radio system offering talk, text, and GPS fleet management throughout most of Indiana. Turbo Connect meets Department of Transportation regulations for hands-free communications and gives you the peace of mind that you can communicate with your fleet without distraction. Reach out to ERS at 260-747-0584. That's 260-747-0584 or online at www.trboconnect.com. Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Colligan & Company in Fort Wayne.
Quad City gets whistled for a quick icing call, so we'll come down and have another face-off in the Quad City zone. It'll be Mike Cazzola, who's got a goal here tonight, and he will face off with Brady Brasher.
Get the puck back, guy. Attaboy.
And Quad City's got it. Patan with it up along the far side. In the Quad City zone, drops it back to Fulmer. Fulmer back behind his own net, gives it a look. Now he's going to go to the left side, and he finds an open man, Sam Warning at the blue line. Sends it backwards to Fulmer. Fulmer gets a little bit of space, gets past Cazzola, but he will not get past Schaafsma. Here's Cazzola up along the far side, trying to control the puck. Schaafsma comes in front. Here's Savlovsky, and the pass was broken up. Sid would have had a great opportunity there. Sam Warning has it for Quad City up along the far side. Sends it off the boards all the way down. That one will not be an icing. Binkley picks it up. Scoots around behind the net, picks it up, and now he got his pocket pick. Here is Kovacs with it. Lost the handle on it. His soul disrupted the play. Comes up to the blue line and all the way out to the center line. Coyle drops back. Has Manfredo. Now opposite side. Janice gets taken off the play by Stoll. Lost his stick. Stoll now pins the puck up against the boards. Now everybody poking at it, and it comes free up along the far side with 15:24 to go in the third. 3-1 Komets, and the puck squirts loose all the way down into the Komet zone. Chase Coyle running it down. Up along the near side. And now it's intercepted in front. Here's Vail with a shot.
Good save.
Looking for the hat trick.
Vail again.
And Mott got the right shoulder up in time. Vail with it. Centers it. Intercepted, coming back the other way. Up along the far side. And sent in. Oh, a tricky little shot. And it kind of handcuffed Nagle, but it went wide. Comes out to Garrett Thompson in the corner. Thompson bangs around for it. The puck comes out to Leonard. Leonard swings it around back behind the net. Cody Souls, loose stick still out there as Curtis Leonard end up against the boards with good Branson. Back behind the Komet net. Now it comes to the near side corner. And up along the near boards, Brady Vail can't get a hold of it. Here's a quick shot from the point. Net. It's blocked, and it comes down, and we get a whistle.
Now it goes offside at the blue line there. Linesman a late call on it, but they got it. Face-off will come outside the zone as the Komets playing it tough in the corner, fighting the man off.
So the face-off will be outside of the Komet blue line with 14:24 to go in the third period. Shots are 27-23 in favor of the Komets. And the puck is dropped, and the puck comes all the way down into the Quad City end, splitting the defenseman. And Zarella with it. Up along the far side. Crunk steals the puck away. Up along the far side. Couldn't get through all the traffic there on the boards. Comes out to Beaupre. He'll retreat back into his own zone. Puck comes out to the Quad City blue line, and it's batted right back down the other direction. Here's Will Weber. Weber over to Beaupre. Beaupre floats one forward, comes all the way down. Here's Crunk, couldn't flatten it out. Now it's in front of the net. Friedman with a chance, couldn't get a shot off. Comes off the boards. Here's Good Branson. Good Branson all the way out. And he has a man. It is Janice, comes out in front. Here's a shot and off the post.
Walked right in, got a shot off the post.
That was Nevins. Komets dodge a bullet there. They hold the lead at 3-1. And the puck at the blue line. Here's Coyle. Keeps a hold of it. Now Weber. It's Nevins off the play.
Move it.
Here's Friedman. Friedman looking for some space. He wheels it out around. And it comes out of the zone. Donnie Harris to Fulmer. Fulmer now up along the near board. Gets it to Kovacs, but it's poked away by Binkley. Now Fulmer with it again, and Fulmer will get it in deep into the Komet zone. Here's Cody Soul. Swiping it around. Here's Schaafsma, and here we go. 2-on-2. Coming back the other way. Komets have it. They cross over the blue line, but Cazzola lost the handle on it. Nice play by Coyle. Now the puck is knocked down by Schaafsma. Comes down into the Komet zone. Here's Warning with it. Warning spins around, tries to go to Kovacs back behind the net, and the Komets have it. Up top of the blue line. Here's Manfredo with a shot. It's blocked by Cody Soul. Soul got the right leg out, and the puck floats forward out to the center line. Sidlowski. No room there. Manfredo takes the puck away from him. Now Manfredo looking for someone in front. Had Warning, and the pass was disrupted. Now here's Sidlowski.
2-on-1. Sidlowski
brings it in. Got Schaafsma. Takes a shot. It's deflected. Comes down into the corner up along the near side. Centering pass broken up by Manfredo. Manfredo with the backhander out to the neutral zone and up along the far side. Garrett Thompson outnumbered as he crosses over the blue line. Over to Vail. Now to Garrett Thompson, back behind the net. Comes down into the corner. And it's Michael Park's turn with it. He brings it up to the center of the ice, gets it to Brasher. Outlet pass down the far side. Here's Janisen with a backhander, and a save made by Pat Nagle. Brasher has it in front. One-timer and a save made by Nagle. Up along the near side with 11:44 to play. Up top of the blue line, good Branson with a shot, knocked down. There's Kyle Thomas with it, comes off the glass. Good. Branson will swipe at it. It's going to be a hand pass, it looks like. I think the referee said hand pass. Linesman said offside, but doesn't matter what it is. It's a face-off coming up outside of the Komet zone.
We'll take the whistle right now. Line change and get organized.
We've got 11:33 to go here in the third period. 3-1 is the score. Komets up in this one.
Got running around a little bit in that there period there, and for a shift there, and got a couple of shots. Nags had to come up big again.
Komets chasing the puck down in the Quad City zone now. It comes up along the near side, and here's Nevins getting chased by Brent Tate. Puck comes into the Komet zone, comes into the corner. Here is Weber. And it comes onto the right side and into the Quad City zone. Here's Baptista. Baptista off the board, comes into the corner, back behind the net. Here's Tate giving chase. Now comes into the near side corner. And now down low. Here is Brasher up along the far side, or that's Fulmer rather. Baptista sends it back in towards C.J. Mott, but it's going to be wide of the net. Comes down into the corner. Here's Friedman pinned up against the glass. Puck comes free back behind the net. Here's Fulmer. Fulmer gives it a look as he tries to get around Friedman and does. Out to Laporte. Laporte sends it into the Komet zone. Binkley is there. Cross-ice pass comes up to Cody Soul. Soul plays it ahead into the zone. Here is Sidlowski. Sidlowski up top. Here's a shot. Mott with a save.
Nice save.
And neither team getting very many scoring chances here in this third period. 3-1 is the score.
Well, defense covering up pretty good for the guys and making sure that they stand up, force the shots from outside. And it's good that both teams are shooting the puck. They're trying for the offense. But again, right now, good defensive hockey on both ends of the ice.
Face off to the right of Mott. The puck is dropped into the corner. Up along the far side. Quad City clears it out. Binkley at the blue line. Misplayed it. And here's Kovacs with an opportunity in on Nagle. Couldn't get a shot off. Comes up along the far side. And the puck comes free. Cazzola giving chase. And it's picked up by Manfredo. Goes back behind the net. Here's Jace Coyle with it. Up along the side to Warning. Warning to Brasher. Now Binkley disrupts the play, comes back the other direction. Sidlowski has it for the Komets. Here's Sid retreating backwards into his own zone. Under 10 to play here in the third. Here's Binkley. Off to the blade of his stick and into the zone, and the Komets will get a change.
Stay on him. Forecheck, forecheck.
There is Coyle being chased by Garrett Thompson. Comes up along the far side. Play is broken up. Now up on the far side again. It's Parks. And the Mallards send it all the way down. That one should go for an icing. Miling touches it up. And we will take a break with 9:26 to go in the third. 3-1 Komets. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
The Holiday Inn at the Coliseum reminds us that it's not too early to think about your holiday parties and get-togethers. Located across from the Memorial Coliseum, the Holiday Inn has enough space for 300 guests for your event and a highly trained staff to assist you every step of the way. A full-service catering department and 151 guest rooms await you for your next event. Contact Olivia Moore at 260-579-9134 to schedule your party today. The Holiday Inn Coliseum, the official hotel of the Komets.
WOWOAM, WMEE, HD2,
Fort Wayne. You're listening to Komet Hockey.
Back live at the Coliseum. Is our score, and we've got a timeout on the ice. Komets with the lead in this one, and they have had it from the very get-go in this one, as Brady Vail in the big story for the Komets. 2 goals tonight, and his last one came at 16:50 of the second period. Cazzola, the other goal for the Komets, and Warning with the lone goal for Quad City here this evening. As we do have a timeout on the ice, so we'll take this opportunity to take another break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Wonder what the outrageously energizing experience of Mountain Dew Kickstart is like? Well, it's like a combo of 3 awesome things. Dew, juice, and caffeine rebooting your entire personal operating system.
Mountain Dew Kickstart is in position for consumption.
Release the Mountain Dew Kickstart.
Mountain Dew Kickstart released. Experiencing a charge of Mountain Dew Kickstart now.
Mountain Dew Kickstart operation successful.
Roger that.
Get charged up with Mountain Dew Kickstart. Available in 10 energizing flavors like Midnight Grave. It all starts with a kick.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Both teams are retaking the ice after the timeout in front of 8,751 fans here at the Memorial Coliseum. They are witnessing the 65th home opener for the Fort Wayne Komets. And we had a great celebration before the game. The Komet old-timers were out on the ice as the fans here have been treated to a good one. Comes up to the blue line in the Komet zone. Comes down into the corner. And it goes off the boards, back behind the net. And it comes down into the near corner. And it's Parks up top. Here's a shot that goes wide.
Come on, guys, get control.
And here's Vail with it. Vail plays it ahead, comes up along the side, and here's Vail, cuts it back to the middle of the ice. Dishes off. Here's a shot. Thompson with a save. Rebound just goes wide.
Went right between Thompson's feet.
There's Janaes with it. Up along the far side, carrying it into the Komet zone. Takes a big hip check as he unloads the puck. Brasher sends it through the blue paint and comes up along the near wall in the Komet zone. Back behind the net with 8:30 to go. Komets have got the puck up along the far side. Garrett Thompson lost the handle on it. He will peel off as the Komets get a line change. Coming up along the near wall. And Harris sends it into the Komet zone. Up, it's deflected into the seats.
Line of Vail, Thomas, and Thompson. They got the first goal. Boy, they're exciting to watch right now. They went right to the net on that play. Vail threw it to the right. Thomas took the shot. Thompson went to the net and unfortunately went between his legs as the deflection came right back out. But a good shot on goal, good offensive push, and these guys go fast.
8:16 to go, and the puck is played into the Quad City zone. Comes down into the corner, back behind the net, and up along the right wing. Here's Laporte, takes a hit. It's sent right back into Mott. It goes above the crossbar, comes down into the corner. In front of the net, it's Nevins picking it up for Quad City. He turns the corner, brings it up along the far side into the Komet end of the rink, and it's going to be offside.
Defense, Komet defense standing up well there, deflected the puck just enough to break the flow of play, forcing the offside face-off will come outside the zone. 7:53 to go. We still got the 2-goal lead. Line change, Komets.
Not very many shots on both sides here.
Not this period. No, they've settled down quite a bit, haven't they?
Yeah. Shots are 29 to 26.
5-5. 5-5 this period.
Puck is dropped in. Here is Cody Stoll up along the far side, and he tries to get it into the Quad City zone, but it's cut off, and it's sent back the cross ice, and it's sent back into the Quad City end. Only for a moment. Here's Jace Coyle out to Warning. Warning's got a man right up the middle of the ice, but Sean Sedlowski with a great play.
Here we go.
He brings it up along the far side. 3-on-2 as they cross over the blue line. Over to Schaafsma, and the play was broken up. Now coming back the other direction. Here's an opportunity. Oh, Kovacs could not control the puck and rolled on him. Now he steals the puck. Kovacs back behind the net. Here's a shot. Blocked down in front. Comes up to the blue line. And the Quad City Mallards keep it in. Wiped around along the far side. Here is Cody Stoll. Tries to get it in deep, but Manfredo back on D for Quad City. Now Schaafsma cuts him off the play. And now Patan has it. Over to Coyle. Coyle flips it in, has got Kovacs. They're going to be off sides by a mile. 6:58 now to go in the third. And you'd feel a lot better with one more goal up on the board. It just got that feeling. If Quad City can get another one, we're in trouble.
Obviously, the next goal very important for both teams. The next goal for the Komets would finish him off, but the next goal for Quad City gets him right back in it, and we're going to have a heck of a finish. But 6:58 to go. The Komets playing good defensive hockey, covering up well, and not really giving them a lot of great scoring chances. Keep checking, guys.
Face off to the right of Mott. The puck is dropped, comes all the way to the opposite side. And now the puck is misplayed into the Quad City zone.
Get on him.
Cazzola with it. Up along the near side. And the Mallards get it free. Here's Coyle up along the far side. Gets it into the Comet zone. And into the corner. Back behind the net. They go behind Nagle. And coming up top of the blue line, Komets have it. Here's Vail. Vail gives it a look up along the far side. Now he gets into the blue line, and here we go.
Shot, Thomas.
Thomas couldn't get a shot off.
Looking.
Nice job by Goodbranson. Thomas still with it. Has the puck coming up to the blue line. Now it's poked free. Nobody has it. Now it's over the line.
Weber after him.
And it's Harris. And it comes back behind the net. 6 minutes to go in the game. 3-1 Komets. And here's Beaupre. Beaupre back behind the net. And he gives it to Baptista. Baptista along the far side. And it comes all the way out to the neutral zone where the Komets have it.
Dump it in.
Here's Baptista. Poke checked away here along the near wall. Puck goes right up in the air. Beaupre fights for it. Nobody has it. Now it comes out to Fulmer. Fulmer touch pass all the way over to Harris up along the far side. And now it comes into the Comet zone. Comes along the near wall. Back up top of the blue line. Fulmer. And here's a shot. It's blocked in front by the Comet defender. Now played ahead. And here's Tate. Tate along the far side. Comes off the board. Tate trying to get around his man and does. Now Fulmer steps in front of him. He will turn the corner and bring it back up ice. Fulmer at the blue line. Dishes off on the right side. Over the blue line they come. They're on sides. Can't get a shot off. Comes down into the near corner with 5 minutes to play.
Puck control, guys. There we go.
There's Binkley.
In and over.
Binkley with a backhander. Mott cannot play it. Comes down into the corner. Up along the far side. Manfredo goes back behind the net.
Less than 5 minutes.
And Manfredo gives it a look. Out to Coyle. Coyle flips one head. This one's bouncing around. Comes to Pat Nagle. And will not risk it. He will take a knee and get a whistle. Face-off coming up. We'll take a break. You listen to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Trust the doctors at IPFW Athletics and the Fort Wayne Komets Trust. Aaron Chiropractic is well known for providing quality yet cost-effective care for sports injuries, muscle, and joint problems. They're one of the only clinics in the region to provide its patients with pain relief utilizing numerous therapies, including acupuncture, massage, and rehabilitation. Aaron Chiropractic is conveniently located in Northeast Fort Wayne. Find us on the web at aaronchiro.com or call 492-8811 to schedule an appointment.
This is Comet Hockey.
3 to go in this contest. 3-1 is the score. Komets with the lead and then got the puck in their own zone. Puck played all the way down into the Quad City zone.
Good.
Yep, got an icing call.
Yeah, defenseman Leonard carrying the puck up, got it to his blue line, flipped it up in the air, went right over everybody's head down to the other zone, forced the icing, brings it right back in to the Comet zone. And they're the type of plays that you just give the Mallards another chance to set up, and hopefully they get the shot on goal. But we got to make sure we control the puck a little better than that. Get over that red line, then dump it in.
Here's a shot off the face-off, taken away by the Komets. Cazzola back for Quad City. Gives it up to Janice up along the far side. They carry it into the Comet zone. Nice play there. Komets are able to dig it free. Coming out, here's Sablowski. Tries to float one in front. And it was poked away, but Sid is able to get it in deep up along the far wing. Now back behind the net, Binkley skips over his stick, comes back to Manfredo, back behind the net. Here, Thompson almost took the puck away from Panzarella, but he's able to get it out of there. Denise with it. In on Nagle. He will glove it down, and again, not taking any chances there. He'll just get a whistle.
Yep. Quad City made a little mistake there themselves. They flipped the puck in and had a couple of players going, but they flipped it at Nagle. He grabs onto it, kills the play. He's got to throw it to the corner so their offense can get in there and get some forecheckers in. But good defensive play, Nagle. He realized, grab the whistle, and make the call at the face-off.
Face-off to the right of Nagle. And Brown will be in there for Quad City. He wins it, comes up to the blue line. Here's Fulmer eyeing a shot. Takes one in, and Tate got a piece of it. Comes down into the corner. Back behind the net. Here's Will Weber tripped up on the play into the corner. And a backhander all the way out of the zone. And the puck rolling around, and it comes into the Quad City end. Donnie Harris for Quad City on the left side. Now Harris has to retreat back into his own corner.
Good forechecking Komets right now.
And it comes out to Brown. Brown cross-ice pass over onto the far side. They dump it in. Here's Nagle. Will play it. And he will just glove it down again.
Another whistle.
Nagle not taking any chances. That's a good veteran move there. Just gets a whistle, and we'll have a face-off coming up. No penalties have been called in this third period, and we got 2:55 to go.
Tate was over here by the Quad City bench, and they were talking a little bit there. So linesman jumped between the two of them, broke it up. They went to their benches. Face-off in the Komet zone, 2:55 to go.
3-1 Fort Wayne, 29-27 are the shots on the board. And I believe that's what we had last night as a final. Komets with the lead in that category. Here's a shot. That one goes wide after being deflected up along the far side. And the puck comes out to the neutral zone. Manfredo dumps it off the boards. And they try and get it deep into the Komet zone. But Binkley is there. He comes over on the near side. Manfredo has to retreat backwards. He plays it forward. And here's Coyle there on the left side. Floats one forward. Gets it to Nagle. He bats it aside with 2:29 to go. And now it's picked up by Patan. Patan looking for a shot, takes it. It's blocked, and the Komets have it on the far side. Into Cody Sold to Sadlowski. He dangles it in, but now he's going to come backwards. And the Komets here looking just to control the puck with 2:12 to play. Cazzola plays it all the way down the far side. Giving chases Vail. Vail picks it up. Vail up top of the blue line. Here's the shot. It goes wide off the stick of Leonard. Comes down into the near corner where it's played out of there. 1:55 now to play. And the puck comes down to Curtis Leonard. Sends it around the far side. Garrett Thompson leaves it for Vail. Vail gives it a look, goes cross-ice. Pass intended for Kyle Thomas. And poked back the other direction with 1:40 to play. Now to the neutral zone it goes. Here's Kyle Thomas. Gets it over the line. He's on it in. Flips it in. Gets stood up by Panzarella. Now Panzarella has the puck in the corner. Tries to play it ahead, and it's poke checked away by Kyle Thomas. CJ Mott has it, and now he plays it out to Genes, where it's almost intercepted again by Thomas. And it's floated forward into the Komet zone with just 1:15 to play. Will Weber whips it around. Here is Schaafsma with a little bit of room. He carries it over the line along the far wall, takes the shot. Mott's the save, comes back behind the net. Schaafsma tries to wrap it around, and the puck just rolled on him. In the high slot, Schaafsma to Sadlowski.
Last
1 minute to go.
Keep the puck deep, guys. Keep the puck deep.
And in front of the net, the puck rolls up along the far side. Genes with it for Quad City. Out to Kyle Fulmer.
Trying to get the goalie out.
Now on the right side, the puck comes into the Komets zone.
Here comes the goaltender for the extra attacker.
And CJ Mott is off. Empty net on the other end.
Clear the zone.
Mike Manfredo goes back to his own blue line. Here's Donnie Harris, plays it ahead. And it comes down to Pat Nagle. Nagle into the corner. And now the net comes off. And we got a penalty called. 24 seconds to go. And the penalty was a little bit behind the play. The net was dislodged.
Yeah, I think the Komet player must have taken the net off. No, it's Quad City. They're going to the penalty box.
Jack Nevins.
Interference, Nevins. He must have bumped the Komet defenseman at the boot. And knocked the mooring in the net right off, and that there created a penalty. Quad City in the box.
So that negates the empty net, and Mott will have to come out. Come back in, rather.
Yeah, face-off will go all the way back down into Quad City, forcing the goalie back in the net. And the Komets will have the power play with 24 seconds to go and a 2-goal lead. Nice place to be right now.
That's right. 3-1 is the score. And the face-off in the QC zone. And Baptista on the face-off, can't win it. Quad City has it. 20 seconds to play. Here's
goalie
Rashard.
Coming out again.
Rashard comes up along the far side in front. Nagle pokes it away, gives it to Tate with 13 seconds to play. Brent Tate goes back behind his own net with 9 seconds. Tate's going to get chased out of there by Kovac. And here we go. We got a big scrum at center ice.
2 of them at it.
Everyone was jawing there with 1.5 seconds to go, but it looks like nothing is going to come of it. Everyone just kind of grabs each other.
Well, Prey grabbed on to 13, and that's all they did was grabbed on. The linesman got between them pretty quickly and broke them up, and nobody really got any punches or anything throwing.
And Krunka and Manfredo.
Manfredo were at each other. But again, nobody got any punches because the linesman saw them all talking at the skirmish. And they jumped between them before they really got going at it. 1 second to go in the game.
And I think all 4 players kind of realized, like, hey, we're in the final seconds of this one, not even the final minute, and we could be in some league trouble if we go ahead and have it out here. So looks like probably just roughing minors on all 4 players. And we've got 1.5 seconds to go. It looks like the Komets are going to hang on and get another victory. Their second in as many nights against Quad City.
Good start. Good start for the season right now.
And the Komets take it on the road once again Friday night, 7 o'clock up in Kalamazoo. And we expect, of course, a lot of Komet fans to make that trip up north.
And they will come back here Saturday night against Kalamazoo. So right back at it, home and home again.
And then the Komets will be at home against Allen on the 28th, right here at home, the team that knocked them out of the playoffs last year and eventually won the Kelly Cup. So that one will be a fun one, and then the Komets will get to play their first game in Cincinnati on November 2nd. 1.5 seconds to go. One more drop of the puck, and the Komets will have another victory. Face-off will be just outside of the Quad City zone. The puck is dropped, and the players will just let the time roll off. And that'll do it.
Win.
Komets get the victory. It was a different Quad City team tonight. They came out with a little more fight in them, but the result is the same, the 3-1. And Coach Gary Graham's got to be very happy with the 2-0 start, Robbie.
Well, exactly. They played a good third period defensively, kept the shots down. They were outshot 6-5, but at least they kept the shots down. They weren't sending a lot of forechecking in to try to get that extra goal. They were more concerned about protecting the 2-goal lead, and that kept the shots down a bit. But good forechecking, good skating. All 3 lines went hard in that third period, and the defense helped out Nagle back there by not letting them get in for second shots or even getting close to the net. And Nagle, of course, every time they got close to him, he held on and forced the face-off.
So your final score is 3-1. We'll take a break, and then we will take a look at the scoring in this one and have our player of the game on the post-game show. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
At Subway, Monday is no longer Monday. It's Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day. That's the $3.50 sub of the day. Subway has a different 6-cent sub of the day every day of the week. Each has no artificial flavors or colors from artificial sources. For just $3.50, it's a great sub for a great price. Wednesday, that's Turkey Breast Day. Friday, Tuna Day. The $3.50 sub of the day every day at Subway. At participating restaurants, additional charges for extras and deluxe plus tax may not be combined with other offers, coupons, or discount cards.
We all have our mountains, the challenges that push us further. At Coors Light, our mountain is brewing the world's most refreshing beer. That's why all of our breweries cold lager, to give Coors Light its signature crisp taste. It's why we cold filter to ensure brilliance and clarity. And it's why we package cold to seal in Coors Light's refreshing flavor. Because we believe every client deserves a refreshing finish. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Great beer, great responsibility.
The grilled bagel breakfast sandwich is back as part of Tim's 2 for $4 breakfast deal. Get yours at Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop.
Welcome to the High Top Resort.
Hey, I'm not done. You need need to know this offer is good with any of our delicious classic bagel varieties like everything, 12 grain, or even pretzel. Plus, you can have your choice of sausage or bacon. Okay, now we're done. Tim's 2 for $4 breakfast sandwich deal at Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants. Offer available on breakfast sandwiches for a limited time. Plus applicable taxes. Single sandwich at regular price.
Fort Wayne's newest Northside Sports Bar is your place to see the big games, including pro and college. Doozy Sports Bar and Grill next to Red River Steakhouse has become a fan favorite to see the best sports events with their incredible food and drink specials and wall-to-wall big flat screen TVs. Open daily 11 to 11 or later for the big games. Doozy's has daily lunch specials and is always the place to come out and watch the games. Doozy's next to Red River Steakhouse, just off I-69 and Coldwater Road in Washington Center.
Here's some good policy from your local independent agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When you insure your home and car with us, you receive a